Well, actually, I'm
dish.
gonna crack my old man back, and then we're gonna start.
Crack my old man bag?
Yeah, my old bag.
Is that a whiskey?
His old man bag.
That's what I thought. It was his back, not his bag.
Yeah.
I think that's how I'm going to refer to my testicles from now on. My old man bag.
My old man bag down there.
The change purse.
Yeah. My old man bag. I love that. So good. Right. So good.
I'm an elderly man now, so every part of my body hurts all the time.
You beautiful freaks, and welcome to a brand new episode of FREAKQUELS. I'm your host, EJ Leeson, and with me today is that cutie patootie, Rory Colorasi. How are you, sir?
Well, I'm really enjoying freedom. I actually did some time this week.
Oh, really?
I did. It turns out some of the things that I've been doing have been very illegal.
Oh.
And have been upsetting people in my neighborhood.
Oh.
Loved ones disappearing, such things. So I'm on what they call podcast arrest.
Oh,
I'm not allowed to leave the podcast.
Oh, okay.
So I'm here today to record with you, unless Johnny Law comes knocking, in which case I'm going to have to go.
Oh.
But we have people to fill in for me if this happens.
Right. In other words, Rory's engaged now.
Oh, metaphor.
Wow. Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah.
How's it feel?
Why do you keep texting Becca asking if she's sure?
We're just trying to give her a way out, as many times as
You
possible.
still have time.
Yeah.
Blink twice.
There's been a lot of letters. People have been handwriting letters to show that that's like that they
That
love
guy?
her and that's personal.
Question mark?
Exactly. They're like, there's a lot of other people in the world, and you went with the bottom of the barrel. Commendable to some, questionable to those who know you.
Right, yeah. That guy? Question mark? Question
That-
mark?
that's
Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? Also with us, the bodkeeper himself, Mr. Young Vince. What's up, buddy?
Hey, boys. I'm good.
Hi. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm happy to be here. Excited. It's been a minute. It's been a hot minute since I've been here, but I'm excited to be back.
Dude,
We're
you look
excited to
great.
have you back.
Yeah.
You know?
And you guys brought one of the people that I really, really like in this world, which is not easy to say for me. So, yeah.
I like that you're deflecting our affection.
Yeah. That's what I do.
We're trying to say that there's been a Vince-sized hole in our heart.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Absolutely.
saying.
Well, I appreciate
And you
it.
have like a Benji Button kind of thing going on where you look younger than you ever did before.
Yeah, it's what a Benji Button.
Ben-
Benji Button.
A Benji Butt. The
Benji
untold
Buttons.
story.
Yes.
Yeah, Benji Butt.
Exactly. like that.
He's a younger Vince.
Yeah, he's a younger Vince.
Hey, Mike Vinci's here.
And yeah, special guest, Mike Vinci, the Vinch. What's up, baby? How you doing?
I'm just partying every day.
It's like a Three Jacks reunion. I like it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I've been here before. I worked here once.
Yeah, that's right.
Couple, 2-3 times.
He did a stretch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gave my dues.
It was required by law. And
And then after all
was
the harassment,
yeah.
he packed his bags.
Yeah.
There was a lot of harassment when you were working here. I
I
understand.
know,
that.
and I enjoyed it for the most part, but at a certain point, I had to walk away and say no.
I mean,
I
if
had
I
to
was
tell
getting
Vince I didn't want it anymore.
right, yeah, if I was getting harassed as much as you were, I would leave too.
Yeah.
It was.
and I didn't even talk about all
realized.
the sexual stuff.
Yes. Let's not get there.
Yeah,
Yeah, there were some things that we did. Vince and I would talk about it later.
Yeah,
Be like,
that's
I
why
think we crossed the line.
That's why we signed DNAs. It's all good.
Yeah.
even customers like, hey man,
DAs.
do me a favor, leave that shirt.
DNRs. Shh. DNRs? No, wait.
No.
We'll get those
Yeah,
initials
you're
eventually.
good. I got you.
Just sign this paper. What is it? This is DNR. Just sign it.
Just
Not
sign it.
necessitate.
Just sign it. It means you're a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, it's
I thought
short
it meant
for
do not
dinosaurs
resuscitate.
Dinosaurs near the rear view. The
Yeah.
V they just don't
Right.
keep on there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Must go faster.
Right off the rails. Love it.
Hey, Mike, what's new and exciting in the world of shantytown design?
Well, I'm really excited that today, which won't be the same day that this airs, but the day that I'm recording, I launched a site that I've been working on for a few months, and I was very
Yay.
happy about that.
Woo!
Bet it rocks.
So if you ever need an engraved plaque, go to laserperfectgifts.com.
Oh my gosh.
I was actually looking for a laser printed. Yes.
Yeah.
Will it
Perfect.
work on tombstones? Because I've got ideas.
They got those too.
Okay.
I mean, they're tiny.
I got plans.
Yeah.
One-way ticket.
Dude, I want my grave to be like right off the highway. You know what I mean?
That'd be cool. That'd be sick.
You know, like in Friday the 13th when they're just driving and
By
it's just
Mrs. Voorhees. Yeah. Friday 13th, the final chapter. Her gravestone is just on the side of the
Right
road.
where they stop. Right,
Yeah.
right at the entrance to the.
It's
Yeah.
like the filmmaker was just like, I want a shot of Mrs. Voorhees' grave, so we'll just stick it wherever.
yeah. That's how I want my grave.
I just read through all of the comic Friday the 13th stories.
Uh-huh.
There's so much more lore that the stories just don't even touch.
Really?
Yeah, or that the movies don't even touch. That is just crazy about like the Pamela Voorhees and like her life before Jason and all this
Yeah.
stuff. It was just, I mean, she was no good before. that happened.
Oh.
But her husband was worse.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Okay. Interesting. Did
If
they,
I knew how to read, I'd jump on it.
Yeah. It's got pictures. It's comics.
It's got pictures.
I can do pictures.
Yeah.
does it still blame Tommy Jarvis because it is his fault? To
Tommy Jarvis plays a big role in some of the comics too.
Yeah.
Like as a continued part of that story.
He made Jason unstoppable. He was human, and then Tommy Jarvis was like, "I'm gonna resurrect him in the cemetery."
I know.
So, like
Yeah.
in the comics, does he show up to help and everybody's like, no, we don't need any more of your help.
Of Tommy Jarvis?
Yeah.
No,
This
no, for the
guy.
most part, he just kind of like shows up as like, I know how to handle this guy.
And they're like, yeah, we've noticed.
Yeah.
By the way, he
back.
just killed my family.
Yeah.
Because you know how to handle him.
Yeah, get a
coming
job, Tommy. You jab?
Like this job. I love Tom Matthews.
I do too.
What a strange voice, though.
Yeah.
I don't know why it is in 6. He's just like, hand me the peg leg. And you're like, what the fuck is a peg leg?
Yeah.
But he's saying padlock, I guess.
And like the most Irish accent
Yeah.
that was not around before.
It's like his mouth is at odds with itself.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know what I want to do. We all have ideas. Anyway, so
let's get into
let's get into this shit.
Yeah, what movies have you guys seen recently? Anything?
Movies that I watched recently. Yeah, I can actually tell you that.
Ooh, he's got notes, people.
I do have notes.
Oh, those
Letterboxed.
They seem to all be adult films.
Yeah,
That's
I'll skip
that's
those
another
ones.
one. He's gonna-
But so I haven't really seen the most recent new movie I saw was Companion,
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
which was really good.
It was
Yeah,
awesome.
I
Yeah,
loved
I
it.
enjoyed it. I really like
stuff.
that actress,
Sophie Thatcher.
Sophie Thatcher. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But the movie I just watched last night, Perfume, Perfume: The Story of a Murderer, is a weird movie.
Yeah?
But it is fantastic. So it's
heard of
about
it,
a
but I haven't
perfumer
seen it.
in France, and he wants to just find and capture all of the scents. So he has a very good nose, like the best nose.
A nose
and
palette?
In order to do this, he starts killing people. And he's like, he wants to take their scent. It's, I mean,
Well, that movie
barely
sound-
touches it.
That movie sounds like it stinks.
Because perfume.
Exactly.
I get it. I get it.
I got many of these all
Yeah.
night long. I'll be sprinkling in
Keep it
my
up.
old man puns.
I haven't seen a movie lately. Sorry.
You saw Deadpool versus Wolverine.
Yeah, I saw that was
Finally.
that was like fucking 3 months ago. I'm
that's the last
I'm not
one
big
you
into
saw.
movies, but I'll say that I've been watching Chernobyl on
Oh, yeah.
HBO, the
It's
miniseries. It's beautifully shot. It's I would say it's kind of like watching a 6-hour long movie, but it's really good. I suggest. I
HBO. Man.
yeah, I'll beg Rory to watch this just the look of it. The story's really good. It's really informative. It's funny to see how like 2 people killed millions and millions of people just because they're just ignorant and just want money. It's insane.
They didn't
Yeah.
want to believe that the machines were wrong.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
that's
No, no,
what
they
the
didn't-
machines do.
Yeah, and, yeah. Instead of like recalculating, we're like, no, we're wrong, guys. That the math adds up. They're like, it's fine. Don't worry
it's
about
fine.
it.
Yeah.
That's Monday's problem.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's not our shift.
They're gonna have to worry about this
Not
later.
my job.
Yeah. How about you, Rory?
How about you, EJ? After you.
Oh, okay.
I just want an hour of that. How about you? No,
Yeah.
how about you?
The
How about
nice
you?
guys.
Yeah. I went to see Novocaine. It was like a special sneak preview, and it was awesome. Jack Quaid is hilarious.
Speaking of companion,
Yeah.
Jack Quaid.
Jack Quaid is
Popping up in everything.
killing it, man.
Speaking
He's
of
so good.
miniseries, The Boys, yeah, but go.
I love The
He
Boys.
was
Yeah.
awesome in The Boys.
So good. And then I also watched an HBO show.
Uh-huh.
I found out Parker Posey was going to be on White Lotus,
So
season 3. I thought it was like 1, so I was like, okay, I'll watch it because she's one of my favorite actresses, and so I watched season 1 of White Lotus, and it's phenomenal. It's really, really good. Steve Zahn is in it, and I love him too.
shout out to that girl who was on here who says Parker Posey. She said it so beautifully. Who was that?
Oh, Becky.
Becky. Yeah, she was
from
awesome.
Comics on the
Hey,
Green.
Becky, what's
Yeah.
up?
But Parker Posey.
Parker
Yeah.
Posey.
But the show is incredible. It's
Yeah.
really well shot.
HBO knows what the
It's
hell
like a
they're doing.
6-hour
Yeah.
movie. It's phenomenal. It's so good. I thought that was Becca that just tried to.
No, I did too.
I
There's
looked
somebody
up-
trying to get into
Yeah.
Free Jacks right now.
Yeah.
They see us and they're like, oh, they're open.
They were like, oh, he's in a group. We could go tell him now that we don't want to marry him. Anyway, go ahead.
She's got like people
The group.
to.
Oh, God, there's people there. Let's go talk to him.
She brought people to tell me. She doesn't know what my reaction's going to be.
But White Lotus is really, really good. I definitely recommend it. Steve Zahn is so funny in it.
He's always.
He's always
yeah,
good.
Classic.
Jennifer
Yeah.
Coolidge is in it. I was like blown away by it. It's really, really good. Rory, how about you?
Oh, we're going to come back to Jennifer Coolidge in a moment. I watched. Finally got.
God!
I finally got around to watching Cuckoo.
Oh yeah. What'd you think?
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was fine.
I liked it. I
Yeah.
thought it was
It
fun.
was okay.
Yeah.
It
was weird. It's
yeah.
a strange movie, but I liked it.
It had my attention. That's the nicest thing I'll say. Yeah. No, it was fine. It was a perfectly acceptable way to kill an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
There were definitely times in that movie where I expected it. I had different expectations of what the movie was going to be based on the trailer. Like, I thought there was going to be more of, the scene where they're riding their bike with the headphones and the person's chasing them.
That's
great.
a great scene.
It
Yeah.
is a fantastic
That is the
scene.
best moment of the movie.
I expected more of that
but what
kind
you got
of
more of was like,
tension building.
Well, I don't know about that. Attempted
The
tension
attempt
building.
at tension building.
Yeah, no, I watched it. I thought it was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Will I ever watch it again? Well, I don't think so. But
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of movies we'll never watch again.
I know. I watched
Kidding,
it.
this is a yearly rewatch.
Friggin' I got to see Captain America: Brave New World.
Yeah. Did you like it?
Unacceptable.
Meh.
What?
I don't know, man.
You weren't into it?
So here's the thing. I love Anthony Mackie.
Yeah.
I think he has the potential to be a great Cap, but it's like Marvel doesn't know what to do with him as Cap.
Yeah.
That movie is so clunky, and like
They reshot.
they
a lot
reshot
of
it like 4 or 5 times, and
Yeah.
boy does it show. It's like there's like no teeth to it.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I did
It was
like
a
it.
slug.
I love Sam Wilson.
Me
like
too.
that character.
I like him a lot too.
and I think he's an awesome Cap. And I like that the human element of like overcoming something. And I feel like so many movies are like, oh, we'll just make our main character overpowered and overpower the villain. And this is like a movie where he's still human and has to outthink the villain. You know what I mean? And like do stuff. And so I like that. I don't know.
I like I don't mean to spoil anything. Cover your ears.
No one's going to go see it. It's all good, dude.
But,
Go ahead.
but
Let
I
her
like,
rip.
I like that that Bucky shows up for a scene.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, it looks like your friend over there has been brainwashed and seems to be having some kind of mind control issue. I don't think I could help him with that."
Yeah.
He goes right out the door.
It's like, see you later.
I'm like, "Really?
Yeah.
Don't use them if you're not going to use them."
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I really like Sebastian Stan a lot. And for a moment, I got excited. Because even that scene was really nice. Like, I liked the conversation they were having. And then they
Yeah.
undercutted it with a joke, as they do. And sucked
Yeah.
all the sentiment out of it. But the movie itself, again, it's not the worst Marvel movie, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I just... They need to get their shit together.
SNL had a great joke on Weekend Update recently.
What's up?
Where they're like, Patrons seeing Captain America: Brave New World were watching the movie when the ceiling started to cave in, and when asked about it, the the patron said, "We're very grateful."
I would thought the joke would be nobody was in there to get hurt.
Oh yeah,
That also works.
Think of all the money they sunk into that with marketing. They had multiple Super Bowl commercials, playoff commercials. Like the money that they put into that just for
The
marketing.
biggest
they're
mistake was
never gonna get
showing
back.
Red Hulk.
Oh yeah, showing who it
100%
was
Marketing.
yeah.
So, okay, we'll talk off air about this.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to ruin this for anybody who the one or two people that are going to actually go watch this movie. No, but again, like Sam Wilson, I want
Such a great character.
I want them to just be confident enough to let him explore his journey without
Yeah.
worrying about ruffling some feathers. Right, because I feel like that Falcon and the Snowman show, what was it called?
Yeah,
Falcon and the Snowman.
Falcon and the Snowman. They were kind of
Happy birthday! Sorry, it's a little old school Frosty the
you
Snowman.
did a good job.
Thank you.
They were kind of
Oh my God.
they were going in like an interesting direction for him to explore, and then they were just like nope, and then they tried to do like a Winter Soldier thing, but they didn't have the. Oh, you know what's like really weird about it? That's what I wanted to bring up to you.
Yeah.
The moment I noticed that there was trouble, the movie starts, and I'm like, okay, I think I'm on board because I didn't hear the best things about it, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's just one of those things where people went into it not wanting to like it.
Right.
I'm like, this is all right, and then he started fighting. Did it seem like his suit was too bulky for him or something? Because the fighting is like super slow and like awkward.
Yeah.
Like all the fight scenes in it are just like really, they're shot poorly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was just like,
I can see that,
I think
yeah.
of like Winter Soldier, like when Cap is fighting, it's like there's like that awesome energy and it's like frantic and I don't know, there's just like a power to it. And this one, it's just kind of like watching like high schoolers stage a
hey,
fight.
get out of here.
Yeah. I don't know. I won't say. I won't keep punching down. I saw Mickey 17. Anybody see Mickey
Not
17?
yet.
No, not yet. I want to.
Me too.
Yeah.
It seems like it's one of those movies, if you can believe it, where it's polarizing. I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
I did. I liked it a lot, and I like Robert Pattinson's career choices.
Agreed.
He's wonderful, but I love Bong Joon-ho.
Yeah.
His name. I
You
love.
crushed that pronunciation.
Thank you.
Crushed it.
Thanks. I like him a lot as a filmmaker, and I think he did a really good job with the movie. So I would recommend it. And back to Jennifer Coolidge, as I said, we were going to get there.
Yeah.
Becca and I, for funsies, revisited American Pie.
Oh my God.
I
Yeah.
know. I haven't seen that movie since I was in high school.
Wow.
I was probably 15 the last
15,
time I watched this
16-year-old.
movie. Yeah. Probably when it was like in
all
the
horned
theater.
up.
14, 15 maybe I saw it.
Yeah.
Prime
And,
puberty.
Talk about a movie they wouldn't make again.
All
Yeah.
of those comedies in the early 2000s.
Oh my God.
Late
90s.
90s, early 2000s.
Those movies,
Yeah.
except they're remaking Idle Hands, which is, it's just not going to
Oh,
be.
yeah.
It's not going to be the same.
They're going to be
Yeah.
like the hand's going to...
Just
I
be
don't
on
know
a
my
cell
jokes.
phone all day long. That's it.
It's just the hand's just scrolling.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Stop writing that.
He just bullies people online.
Don't like that picture. Yeah.
But,
Stop texting people and asking for nudes. It's not what I would
Yeah.
do. It's my hand. It's not me.
Possessed.
that was it
Yeah.
for the movies of the week. I saw American Pie, and I will say this: it mostly holds up.
Mostly.
Did I ever
Yeah.
tell you the Jennifer Coolidge story? You could find this somewhere. She wins some award, and she only thanks her dad. She was like, I just wanted to take this time and thank my dad, because my dad would she tells a story about how one day she was in school and the teacher gets a phone call, and then she says, Jennifer Coolidge, go down to the principal's office. And then she goes down to the principal's office, and they're like, hey, just wanted to let you know your father's here to pick you up. Your so-and-so aunt passed away. Really sorry. You're gone for the rest of the day. And her father would do that, and he would take her to the movies instead of going. And she calls out her dad in the speech, and super emotional. It's like, I just want to thank my dad for developing my love for movies, which is really cool. It's on the interwebs. Go check
That's
it out.
cool. Yeah, that's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
I love
I
that.
am shocked that you didn't end that with something like real mean spirited.
I could have.
I know. I was waiting.
I'm trying to be a better person, Rory.
Don't.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
Don't leave me alone out here.
Wait, you're saying you're going to be
Don't
alone? Aren't you
change.
engaged? What did you do to Becca already?
Well, I talked about the house arrest thing.
Anyway,
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
Stop calling me to pick you up from jail. Okay, find somebody else.
I don't. You have a comfortable car.
But today we're talking about a movie that Mike Vinci picked. It's St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all that celebrate.
Woo!
Heyo.
St. Patrick's Day.
This definitely isn't take two.
Nope.
We went off on something and it was a little crazy. Okay, but you picked this movie. You were excited to cover it.
Yeah.
Because is this your favorite Leprechaun?
I wouldn't even say that it's my favorite Leprechaun. This all just worked out because Rory asked if I wanted to be on. He said we're doing Leprechaun. I said 4, and he said yep. And then I got here today and realized that Vince is here, which is very exciting because if he hasn't seen them, 4 is the first movie to watch.
Yeah.
Because it's just because it is really good.
Did you just assume I haven't seen 1 through 3?
Yes.
You're correct.
Would you? No, let me ask you, Vince. I know you.
You're right. I was worried because I was like, if I get to 4 and I haven't seen 1 through 3, I'm going to be lost. I'm going to have no idea what's going on in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Never going to pick it up.
Very tight continuity in this franchise.
Super tight.
Yeah.
Well, Vince, I just want to ask you because I know you have a very personal relationship with this movie.
Yeah.
Way back when you saw it 2 hours ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I won't ask you exactly what your feelings were, but were you horrified?
I watched it last night. I watched the majority of it last night. A little bit of devil's lettuce, sweet cabbage.
How high were you?
Came in, sat down, moved the lazy boy in front of the TV, so I had dead center. You know how that goes. And I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. I thought,
Wow.
here's the thing. You guys know me, and the thing that you know me for, my 5 favorite things. Number 1, leprechauns. Number 2, outer space. Number 3, over-the-top German accents. Number 4, unnecessary nudity. And number 5, Spider-Man kitten hands. Those are my favorite things. You guys know that about me.
Yeah, he does say that a lot.
Yeah, all the time actually.
Yeah.
I
Spider-Man
thought he
kitten
had
hands.
already seen Leprechaun 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. It was a lot of fun. It was the best way I could classify it was Tom and Jerry come to life in a horror comedy setting.
Yeah.
It was terrible and awesome all at the same time. This is I get this because I asked Rory when I was like, is this supposed to be a comedy or is this a scary movie or a horror? And he goes, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, man.
He's not wrong, but I can't. Let's get into this thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was your intimate relationship.
And then I also, when you got here, I was like, I didn't see the end of it, and you were kind of like, I don't see why you need to see the end of it, because it's never gonna, this is never gonna have any bearing on the rest of my life. So I'm glad I got it out of the way.
Yeah.
It's good.
I have a not fun story, a story to share.
The opposite
Story
of
for
a
the
fun story.
No, actually, I was I think 13 or 14 the first time I saw this movie, and I wasn't aware there was a Leprechaun 4 at this point. So my friend Jay Samsock was over, and it popped on, and I'm like, that's Citizen Kane. Because I was like, this movie, as soon as the Leprechaun broke out a lightsaber, I was like, right on.
Yeah.
I'm in good
into
hands.
that. Yeah.
So I remember watching this, I don't know, I think it was 10 p.m. was when it came on. And I'm just sitting there with my friend, and we're just laughing hysterically at how this movie just doesn't take itself seriously at all.
No,
it's
absurd.
It's a lot of fun.
Are you sure? Because I feel like
They were really trying to crack into society.
I actually didn't know if it was serious or not serious. That's how I felt about.
I think that's how they felt about Leprechaun as a series.
Yeah.
Because the first one, I think, definitely is trying to lean way more into being a horror movie.
Right.
And then they get all the other characters in 2 and forward.
Right.
Because the Leprechaun stays consistent in the way that he acts.
Oh, 100%.
So it's the surrounding cast that dictate everything
What's
else.
going on.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Leprechaun, Warwick Davis,
Yes.
this would not be a franchise if they had casted anybody else.
Yeah.
Because he takes this so seriously, he's trying to win an Oscar or something.
Yeah.
He's so good.
He is, yes.
My favorite quote is, drink what you can, drink what you're able. If you're drinking with me, you'll be under the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
But he says it in a way where you're like, I love
yeah,
him.
this guy rules.
We met Warwick Davis
yeah.
years
yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
Did you only talk about Willow and nothing else? Because that's what you should have done.
I
Star
did.
Wars.
Yeah, I talked about Willow. I love Willow.
But
it's like one of my favorites.
He is incredibly witty, and he's got like a great
So
energy.
funny. Yeah.
We got to see him at this Q&A that he did, and there was these pricks in the audience that were trying to like, be dicks, and he switched the whole thing around on them and had the audience laughing at the
Just eating out of the palm of his hand.
He's too good. Just don't mess with him.
He definitely seems charismatic.
He's an American treasure.
Yes.
Yeah. He had a show that Ricky Gervais produced, and him and Val Kilmer kept going around. And he's like, this is my friend Val. We made a movie together. And he's like, I played Batman. And the receptionist is like, I don't care.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But Val Kilmer was like a really funny sport. He even puts a mask on at one point.
Yep.
But it's really good. I forget the name of the show though.
I was going to bring it up if you didn't. So that,
Yeah.
I believe it's called the Warwick Davis Show.
It should be.
He should have been also. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a guy, man. He's in Star Wars. He's in Harry Potter. Mm-hmm. He's in like all those big
The
franchises.
Chronicles of Narnia.
Sure.
He plays Chewie in Star Wars.
Yes.
Oh no.
He was one of them.
Wicket the Ewok.
Yeah.
Oh, Ewoks.
And you said he was the first one on camera?
Hello.
The first Ewok that we meet, his name is Wicket. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that interacts with Leia the most,
Yes.
and then he steals her wallet and pushes her down. Do you remember
Have I-
that scene?
Yes. Have I ever asked you, like, how did they have the dress ready for Princess Leia
That's a
at the
great
end of
question.
the movie?
And which one is doing the little hairstyles for her?
Yes. But
So-
is there one there that can sew, or did they find
I
another
think it was
female
Salacious Scrum.
and eat her, and they just had the dress left
You know
over?
what they do? They probably pick the clothes off of their victims that they eat.
That's what I
and that
thought.
was probably just in storage.
Just let us know. We need to know.
Hey,
Yes.
George
Oh,
Lucas.
you're talking about the Ewoks.
Yeah.
I was thinking Jabba's palace, and I'm like, Salacious Crumb was definitely involved
How
in a
did you
lot
get
of the
there?
costuming.
Well, because the costume that you talk about for Leia is
Right, I was
there's an
thinking-
obvious costume.
Well, yeah.
Oh, you're
yeah.
talking about the beginning part.
Hey, get your
Right.
mind out of the
We're talking
gutters.
about that
Come on.
little indoor dress, that earthy
Yeah.
dress she's wearing.
Yeah, at the end. But you
Oh,
guys...
yeah.
Yeah, but you went right to the gutter.
I mean,
Yeah.
she was in her rebel gear. She had like that thing.
Shame
Just,
on you.
hey,
Yeah, that
EJ,
camouflage rebel
EJ,
thing.
if you
What?
find yourself in a hole, stop digging.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
okay.
I was thinking about Jabba's palace.
She is. But,
Jeez.
I was thinking
but
about
what
it
are
too.
we doing here today, guys?
Yeah, so today we're doing Leprechaun 4. So this film starts off in space and definitely copied its homework off of Aliens. Yeah, on the ship, we get to meet this ragtag team of Marines. Definitely a Bill Paxton type. There's actually 2 Bill Paxton types in this movie, which is kind of interesting. And then we meet Books, who's kind of like Hicks from Aliens.
The smart
And-
one, though, somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he reads books.
Yeah,
Can we-
he's a real...
Can we take a step back for 1 second before we get into the character introductions?
Yeah.
Can we talk about the exterior shots
Oh, of
the ships?
space?
Well,
Yeah.
space isn't necessarily the problem, but those spaceships sure look like they came out of a PlayStation game.
It's
Yes.
Star Fox. That's exactly what
It
that is.
looks
This-
just like Star Fox.
all of the effects were done with some dude playing Star Fox on PS1.
Do a barrel roll.
Their budget didn't allow them to go redo
Yeah?
any of the external shots. Those were the storyboard. Those were the
The
original
storyboard. Oh my god.
things that were presented, and then the studio is like,
We don't have time
no
to
more
render.
budget.
We don't have time to render that.
Yes, that's the truth. That is why.
Looks great though.
It does.
It looks
That,
awesome.
that,
good.
that goes for all of the special effects.
Oh,
I could see that.
So, like,
That
okay,
makes
even
sense
the
now.
even the lightsaber.
it's
Yeah.
one of those things, though, like when you're... We'll get to that. When you're inside the ship, it's forgivable. It's not terrible.
No,
Because
the set-
you
the
expect
set
a
designer
sci-fi
did-
B movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the set, yeah.
It looks like... remember,
the set design's good.
remember Xenon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Those
girl
movies-
of the 21st
Boom,
century.
Yeah.
boom, boom.
Yeah.
Make a hot go, zoom, zoom. Mock.
Yeah,
I
it kind of has that
Supernova
look to
girl,
it.
right?
Or,
Yeah.
and then
A
there was like
supernova girl. Yeah.
there was Xenon the sequel.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Like
didn't see
that. That's
one.
kind of what the movie looked like to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Like a weird like low budget Disney Channel kind of thing.
My theory was it looks like it was shot over 15 days and only 5 locations.
It looks like it was
and
shot.
then 5 of those days were cut.
Yes.
I remember at that time, like there was so many things, like TV shows on Sci-Fi Channel
Yes.
in space, like Babylon 5, and then there was like this
Firefly.
one weird show that was called Lex. I don't know if you remember that. That was a weird one.
I remember the logo, but I don't remember what was on the
Yeah.
show.
It was just a weird. It felt like watching that. Like you're watching this low budget sci-fi TV show the whole time.
Well, the director, that's what he did. Like the biggest movie that he's done, besides these Leprechaun 3 and 4, obviously,
Yeah.
is Drive Hard with Nicolas Cage.
Okay.
Oh.
But other
okay.
than that, he did a movie, for example, called Tyrannosaurus Azteca. So it's the Aztecs fighting a T-Rex.
Oh.
Why is that not in my life?
Yeah.
Yet.
Next on
Yeah.
Freakquels.
It's, yeah.
One last little thing about the effects. In my notes, it just says, these effects, ... Well then.
Well. All right.
then.
Yeah.
Because what else are you going to say? What
There's
else
not
can you
much
say?
to say. It speaks for itself.
You know what though? They could do better than I can, and so
100%.
Yeah, let me see
credit
your
to those
effects.
guys.
EJ, you can do better.
I think with AI, he could do better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kleenex box on some strings. You're just like, ooh.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, they can't see me right now.
Yeah.
This is why you gotta get cameras.
I know.
I was holding my hands up, guys.
He's doing a
Do
thing.
a little puppet show for us. But yeah, no. So we meet a couple of the Marines. There's like South Bill Paxton, like a Southern type Bill Paxton,
Sure.
and then there's just a straight up Bill Paxton ripoff of his character, and then you have like Hicks type, which is his name is Books. Then there's
a
literally-
real attempt to capture
Yeah.
aliens in this.
100%.
And I think they nailed it.
I think they did. It's definitely like maybe I'll change. There's literally a character. So in Aliens, there's a character named Hicks. In this, there's a character named Sticks. Mm-hmm. So
There's also Sergeant Hooker,
yeah,
which actually was my name in college.
yes,
For other reasons.
for other
For
reasons.
entirely different reasons that
I didn't know you were in the Marines.
I was.
Yeah.
Well,
I was in the Marines.
I was in a few good men, we'll put it that way.
Oh. So
I love that movie.
Miguel Nunez Jr., who's kind of like probably the biggest name in this movie.
Yeah, man, we got
Besides
Return of the Living
Warwick
Dead,
Davis. Yeah.
Friday 13th, the final chapter, or not the final chapter, Friday 13th 5, A New Beginning.
New beginning, thank
Yeah.
you.
Which he maybe has one of the greatest scenes in the whole franchise.
He's
Yeah,
in the
'cause he
porta
just-
potty.
Yeah.
Baby, ooh, baby.
He just wants to eat that food, you know?
The
Isn't it-
enchiladas.
The enchiladas, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
One day, I cannot wait till we get to Friday 13th Part 5.
Yeah, that's my
Because
favorite.
we like that movie.
Yeah.
But-
That's legit like one of my favorite ones, too. And a lot of people don't like it,
Uh-huh.
but I do. I don't know.
You know who else
do.
likes it a lot? Dave Gonzalez.
Oh, really?
Dave Gonzalez had, we were talking the other day, and he does want to come on and do that movie.
Nice.
Oh, that's
Do
perfect.
Maybe
it.
somewhere down the road soon.
Yeah,
We'll talk about it.
So we also meet their sergeant, led by this Chrome Dome, not Shredder, but the sergeant, no eyebrows. He has like no eyebrows at all.
When he's doing his Marine speak, did you
Yeah.
catch the one actor trying not to laugh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the makeup in this movie. I don't know. It's weird. It's really caked on.
Yeah.
Like I feel like so they give him like a dome head to make it look like he had like this injury, and then you just see like the makeup over his eyebrows, and it's just like it just looks like caked on. It doesn't. It's like, oh, we don't have to blend this. That's fine. That looks good.
Yeah, good
And it
enough.
just like looks like a growth out of nowhere.
That seems like it was
I don't
said
know.
a lot
I
on the
agree.
set. Good enough.
The good enough.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like lighting and everything too. I think that's what. Because
Yeah.
for like Chrome Dome, for the sergeant, for a while it kind of looks like it's like a translucent
Right.
piece, like
Yeah.
that you
Yeah.
could see inside, but then but the lighting is just off the whole time. Because
Right.
then as soon as you see it, it's like a solid piece of metal.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna talk all about the lighting and the sets and stuff. 'Cause I got things to say.
Yeah.
But I will say one thing. At least the dialogue in this movie just
oh
crackles.
my god, I bring that up later too.
It's a real thing that Aaron Sorkin can shove up his ass.
yeah, yeah.
You know?
This is
Aaron
where they
Sorkin.
started the walk and talk. Is in Leprechaun 4.
For sure is, man.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, so they're greeted by Dr. Tina, who's assigned to look for some life forms when they descend onto this planet in their mission. And it gets approved by the onboard scientist, Dr. Millingham.
Mittenhands.
Mittenhand.
Is that right?
Is that his name, Mittenhands?
Mittenhands. Mitten
Mittenhand?
Mittenhand.
See,
Oh,
you're
I
trying
thought
to give this too much integrity.
Dr. Mittenhand.
Like in your brain, you probably heard that, and you're like, "There's
no
that's
way
his
they
name."
would. There's no way they would name him that.
So you tried to give
Oh.
him like a real sounding last name.
I was like Mittenham, I guess, because he has that really thick German accent.
Oh, was that thick German accent? Is that what that was?
Yeah. I just was like,
he was trying things.
Was that Professor Scrooge from Disney? Do you know
No.
the brother or the who was he related to? Dr. Scrooge or Scrooge McDuck? Did you ever see The Professor?
No,
Professor McDuck?
no.
Okay, never mind. It's exactly who that was.
All you have to say is, "Hey, doesn't he look like Doctor Evil?"
Yeah.
Well, he looks like Doc.
He
Well,
looks like Dr. Strangelove.
but does
Oh, that's true. Actually,
Yeah.
in my notes further down, I said this looks like a character Peter Sellers would play.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Well, yes, yeah.
But it does look like Dr. Evil. And it would be pretty funny if Mike Myers just saw this movie. He's like,
okay?
Maybe.
You know,
No
if
one
I
else
just-
is gonna see
If I
this.
make that guy sound like Lorne Michaels,
and then I just used that look.
yes.
I think I got something. Yeah. So
There's
there's
something good came out of this
something
mess.
good. Yeah. So we cut to this lady who turns out to be a princess, and she's chained up in a cave. And that's when the leprechaun unchains her. He's dressed up in like a suit, and it's weird
He
because
looks adorable.
yeah. And he's like, "Hey, try some of this dinner." He has like a candlelit dinner. This is all in the cave still.
Yeah.
And so there's this like table with like a white tablecloth. There's like candles, a little dinner, and he's like, "Yeah, sit down, have some of this food." And she's like, "Oh, okay, sure." And I'm like, "This is why is he no? I think he's like an alien, right?"
Yeah.
They never like clarify if this leprechaun
They do
came
not
from
clarify,
Earth
yeah.
or not. And I'm like, why does he know so much about Earth culture, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
All I know.
Why
is
am I thinking too much about
No,
that?
I
don't know.
I do get what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like if he's not from there,
Yeah,
yeah,
like-
they don't give it.
How the fuck does he know all
They
this?
play it pretty fast and loose.
Yeah.
The only thing that was jumping out at me, because I didn't think about that. It's a good point. I was way too distracted by the set. It reminded me of the TV show Guts. It kind of looked
Oh my
like
God.
the walls kind of looked like the aggro crag.
Yeah.
Remember
yeah.
that?
Yeah. Well, Mike O'Malley. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
remember.
I feel like they probably just like broke down that set and threw it in a dumpster, and they just like picked it up and made a movie with it.
What was the name of the?
That was the starting
The
point?
referee.
Oh, Mike.
Over to you, Mo.
Oh, Mo.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Over
Mike.
to you, Mo. Thanks, Mike. Now here's what you have to know.
Team Blues got it. Hey, if anybody remembers the show Guts, you're as old as we are.
I would have loved if, like, he's like, "Yeah, sit down and have your dinner," and then she's like, "All right, over here, Mike. We're at the Agro Greg, getting ready. Now these will have boulders." Yeah, on the jump ship, Dr. Tina gets the 411 on the Chrome Dome Sergeant. They're like, she's like, "How'd that happen? Like, what happened?" And they're like, "Oh, he saved this guy's life." And I don't know. It was just like, who cares?
Do you think the effects? That was like the question that the effects artist had. How did this happen?
The makeup artist is like, I have this like backstory if you guys want to use it, and they're like, no, we'll just wing it. So the ship arrives on the planet.
Oh, for the record, in my notes here, it says again. Oh my God, the effects in space. And then I have right here. I'm giving you and Adam Farley a little apology for how hard I was on the effects in Event Horizon.
Event Horizon? Yeah, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong.
Made, I believe, the same year.
Yeah.
So
Holy
it's a little
cow.
bit better.
Yeah, slightly different.
Awful is a spectrum.
Right.
So
yeah. But
was that a backhanded compliment?
yeah, it was
Yeah.
good. I liked it. I called it a complisalt. But
That's why we pay him the big bucks.
But as we're, introduced to this planet. It has really bad green screen and strobe lights and like this weird thunder that keeps going off. Meanwhile, the leprechaun is trying to woo this princess into marriage so he could become king. And I'm like, king of what? This planet sucks. Right? I'm like, why?
Well, this is just where he's keeping her prisoner.
Right. But I was like, is this her planet? And he just
Yeah.
has her in a cave?
Yeah, I guess they didn't give us enough exposition on that.
Right. I was like, what? Planet of, like, king of this planet? It sucks. Like, why would you?
It's like becoming a queen for the Rat King from the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what exactly are you inheriting?
Right.
More rats.
More rats.
Actually, that sounds all right for me.
yeah.
I like them rats.
You know, Pizza Rat is from New York City.
Is he?
Yeah.
Cool.
The Marines enter, and they enter the cave, and one finds a table of gold, and he starts to fill up his pockets, and his helmet, like, oh, no one's gonna notice you're not wearing your helmet, you're carrying it, it's like full of gold.
Do you think gold would have the same value in space?
See, this comes back to the same. Yeah, right. Because I think there's asteroids or meteorites. I don't know if there's a difference.
Right.
There probably is. But that are made of pure gold. Like, we know that.
Yeah.
So, and there's pure diamond. So, yeah, does it
Yeah, but
have
they're
the
really
same
hard
value?
to catch. They're moving pretty fast.
Well,
so,
100%.
yeah.
But we're in a movie in which
No. Don't explain
You're
this
right.
to me.
You're right.
It's like more accessible.
Yeah, sure.
Like if you're on the planet Zing Zong, right? And you go to their convenience store and you try to pay for your order with a $20 bill, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck is this? This ain't space money."
We don't take U.S. dollar
though
here.
to the argument, though I know it doesn't really need the defense, but these guys are from Earth and they do know Earth culture, and therefore gold does have value for them.
Is Earth still around? I got the implication that like Earth wasn't a thing anymore.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I don't know.
Hey,
either.
movie, tell me more so that I know what I'm talking about. I need more exposition.
The cinephile Alexa is,
Yeah.
hey, movie, tell me more.
I won't watch this.
But this guy, he's digging through this gold, and all of a sudden the leprechaun shows up because he kind of is like, ooh, intruders, right? So he shows up, and he pulls out a lightsaber.
Which is awesome.
Copyright light dagger.
Right.
I'm pretty sure George Lucas gave him a pass, though. Cause
Yeah.
like, he did me a favor for Return of the Jedi.
Maybe.
Phantom Menace.
That could be true. That
Yeah.
could be very,
I know
very true.
George is probably what he said.
Yeah.
But I will say one thing. It's awesome when he whips out the lightsaber. It's not great when he winds it back and the lightsaber isn't animated. It's like if you watch the scene, it's like it's only lit at certain shots. I'll let it slide.
Yeah.
I'm bigger than that.
Well, see, lasers aren't as fast as the speed of light.
I see.
Yeah, it's a science thing. You
So
wouldn't get.
you're solving all my inconsistencies. So far, we've solved space bucks.
Yes.
And lightsabers,
Yes.
how they are lit sometimes and not
It's,
another.
it's a difficult thing. I'm not gonna try to explain it because you'll just. I mean, it's so above you.
Yeah. It's space credits, by the way, in the
Space
future.
credits. All Republic credits if we're going Phantom Menace.
Right. Then we see where the leprechaun gets into a gunfight with the rest of the Marines, but he's taken out by a grenade that the leprechaun jumps on because the princess like runs out. He's like, "Oh no!" And so he jumps on the grenade and blows up into pieces. And the sergeant quotes Starship Troopers. He's like, "Yeah, death from above," as the one guy like pisses on the corpse of the leprechaun. And I'm like, why?
Semper Fi.
Yeah. He's like,
Yeah.
death from above. And I'm like, what?
You want to live forever?
You want to live forever? And the guy, like, is pissing.
Hey, I think those movies probably came out like the same year.
Yeah. Which is, that's what I'm saying. Like, why?
How is that death
What's
from
going on?
above? Wouldn't that be death from below? Because he went on top and the
Yeah,
thing
but
was
I
underneath.
think they're referring
him.
to the P.
Oh, the
Yeah,
P.
yeah. He's
Okay.
literally the one Marine's peeing on him. And
Yeah.
the sergeant with the chrome dome, he's like, yeah, death from above. And I'm like, that's straight out of, like, Starship Troopers.
I'm glad we're talking about this.
Yeah.
It's the kind of
Yeah.
movie this is, by the way.
Yeah. It's just, like, steals everything.
It's ridiculous.
It's
it's
so
pretty-
ridiculous. But anyways, we see where some energy from like the corpse goes into the guy's
It's electric. Yeah.
Boogie woogie
Boogie
woogie.
woogie woogie. Yeah.
It crawls up his Johnson, is what you're trying
Right.
to say.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is just going to lead to one of my
Mr.
favorite
Snake.
scenes of a movie. But yeah.
Thank
yeah.
you. Yes, I think we're talking about the same one.
Which one?
it's a little bit
Oh,
later.
we'll get there.
Yeah,
I got
we're
you.
getting there.
We'll get there.
Yeah. So back at the lab, Dr. Tina runs some tests on the unconscious.
And you get to see
princess.
some spiders
Yeah, we see some
and
spiders.
scorpions, and that shit's coming back.
And we meet Harold, the scientist who acts like Kathy from the Sunday Times.
It's a real specific joke.
Yeah, no, I was just like, what is? He's like talks really weird, and like he's like, I don't think that's a good idea. Dr. Willingham is not gonna like that.
I could listen to you do that for hours. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That was pretty accurate.
I had him written in my notes as Kmart Woody Allen.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
And there's a scene later on that really confirms.
I may like this actor more than Woody Allen, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially now. Yeah.
These days.
Harold and the sergeant run tests on the gold, and we see it. There's like a shrink ray that is shrinking the gold down, and then it could re-enlarge the gold if they want to later on.
What's the purpose of shrinking it? Did anyone catch that?
Storage.
Storage
is one thing. I also assume that you could take like a little piece and make it big, and then chop a little bit off, and then take the smaller piece and make another bigger piece, and then
I had the same thought process of like, wow, this could really make things go a long way.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking, am I overthinking this? Yeah, I am.
Hey, you put more thought into it than the writers did.
Well, why would they?
Yeah.
No one's gonna question this.
Instead of like enlarging it and then like, yeah, we could chop it up and make more and more.
Yeah.
They're like, no, let's just shrink it down.
Yeah.
We're just going to
lower
shrink
the value.
everything. Yeah.
Like we have to, for storage purposes, we don't have enough room in this fucking giant warehouse of a storage area.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
But Vince, that was I'll buy that.
Okay,
I
thank
bite.
you.
I'm
okay.
biting.
Okay.
So then Dr. Minninghand,
Mitten hands.
Mitten Hands, he calls in and he tells the sergeant, he's like, I need you to stay on. And the sergeant's really adamant. He's like, hey, I'm out of here at midnight. We're like done at midnight. And just to clarify, midnight donezo, right? And Dr. Minninghans is like, oh, I'll pay you more. And then he's like, oh, okay, I guess we'll stick around.
stay.
Yeah.
It's like Alien.
Right.
Yeah.
We're all done.
First, he tells them they're
Yeah.
under contract, that there's an emergency clause, that if there is an emergency, he has the right to then say, no, you're still on duty.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then he offers them 800
Then they all
space
laughed
bucks.
because he said duty.
Yeah.
Duty.
Remember that?
Yeah.
The sergeant's like, what do you mean, duty? Why did he talk like that the whole time? Even in like normal conversations. It's like, hey, how you doing? Are you going to the bathroom? He's like, yeah, I'm going to the bathroom right now.
Prerequisite. That's how you reach that rank.
Yeah, just
It's
you
like-
talk like that constantly.
I might be able to answer this
Yeah.
because he comes out to be like a cyborg, right?
Wow. Spoilers.
Oh,
Whoa.
whatever. No one's watching
Whoa.
this movie.
Spoiler alert.
And also, if they're listening to this and haven't watched it, I mean, it doesn't matter.
How much of a mess is your life at that point? That's what you got to ask yourself.
How do you think?
Definitely we're going off the aliens like, oh, there's a cyborg in this, just in case you didn't know.
There's a lot of Alien in this.
Yeah.
They took like the plot from Alien and they smashed it together with Aliens, and
Yeah.
and then they just were like, hey, what if we took those two movies and made shit out of it?
Right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Just polish
Stick a
that turd.
Yeah.
Let's
Put that
do it.
leprechaun in there.
Yeah. So the Marines, the rest of them, they're celebrating, and we see where Bill Paxton and the one female Marine, Dolores, they head out to hook up. And
Whoa, we're not going to blow past this.
No.
First of all, the next dancing scene reenactment that we need from you and Adam Farley is that little scene
Oh, yeah,
of
that's
her
awesome.
dancing.
Yeah.
And what is he doing? Because I rewatched that like 4 or 5 times to see what he is not dancing.
No.
it doesn't look good. And then the other thing is, where are they? Are they on their ship?
Well,
Are
every
they in a
ship has like a club.
Their ship has a club with no one else in it, just those 4 people.
Yeah. I wish you knew that already.
They're tending bar. Who's running the bar?
Right.
It's just these 4 people. I don't. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
It's
And-
science stuff.
And then
you
what
wouldn't
are,
understand.
what are they drinking?
Space juice.
Space juice
From the
okay.
dollar store, those cups are clearly
Yes,
from
clearly
the dollar
from
store.
Yeah, for
$10.
sure, 100%.
And then one last thing is Mooch. At some point, somebody gets up and Mooch says, "Get me another drink and a pack of cigarettes." Do they have cigarettes there as well, or
Cigarette machine.
is there a market close by? None of this is making sense to me. That's what I couldn't get past.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Oh yeah, because he's like, go get me some stuff.
Yeah.
Get me some cigarettes. He's like, shut up, man. He's going away with a lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the dialogue, right?
That's it. No, you nailed
100%,
it, buddy.
yeah.
And you did it better than he did.
Yeah, you actually did. Talking about dialogue, so Mooch and this girl, they're about to hook up, and he's like, "Why don't you shake hands with the big guy?"
Yep.
That's a line in this movie.
Yeah, man. Someone wrote
that.
Shortly followed by Not So Rough with Mr. Snake.
Yeah. Whoa,
Like,
whoa!
in a short amount of time, he keeps on referring.
He
Yeah.
doubles
To her
down.
grabbing him.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
doubles down.
He's like, I really got to talk about my ween as much as possible in this next scene. It's very important to the plot. Because as they're trying to hook up, that's when the leprechaun pops
Yeah.
out of that area, and we see where Dolores like runs off.
Which is really cool.
But hey, Leprechaun does a pretty good John Wayne.
That's true. That's true.
That was
It's
fun.
very true. Yeah.
He's like, hey, pilgrim.
Again, if he's like an alien, why does he know so much about Earth culture?
I always just feel like the Leprechaun is otherworldly.
Okay. Again, Styx, Miguel Nunez Jr., he talks like he doesn't belong in the future either. He talks like he belongs in like the 70s or 80s. Like his
Or like
all the
the
way
90s
like his
when it was filmed.
his dialogue does not feel like futuristic. It's very grounded.
Sure.
And like present day.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Styx. The
Styx?
one character, yeah.
Is he the African American one? I'll just get
Yes.
out there. Maybe because they didn't know how to write for him, because I was thinking about his dialogue the entire movie,
Yeah.
and they were just like, well, what would you say? Because none of them have the perspective of, well, what would you say?
Right.
That type of thing, which is why I feel like his dialogue doesn't fit in this era or time or with any of
it
them.
doesn't
I don't know.
fit at all.
No,
Like,
okay.
yeah, it's
I'm
really
happy
weird.
it wasn't just me that saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably like, let me just improvise,
Yes.
and then like that just comes off like it doesn't fit with like the rest of the dialogue for everybody.
Every scene, he's like, there ain't no way I'm saying that. There ain't no way in hell I'm going to say that.
Do you think the script was written in a way where it says Soldier 1, Soldier 2, Soldier 3, Soldier 4, and
Because they just never got around to it?
Yeah, like they didn't have names, so everybody got
They
to
decided
show
their
up.
own names when they got there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to call you Books because you like books.
I'm gonna call myself Hooker, and everyone giggles.
It's like
That's a winner.
Michael Bean type, Bill Paxton type. What's the one actress who played? I forget her name. Anyways, blah 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 type.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
the
that's-
mom from
and,
Stepmom.
And Marine Dolores, the one female Marine.
Yeah.
That's Heidi from Home Improvement.
Oh, that's
What?
right. Yeah.
Yeah, she's the from
and
the
also-
show.
What?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Oh my god, I did not even know that. I didn't even recognize
You're
it.
Do you
welcome.
think they were like, were you ever in anything before this show? And she's like, no. Don't go looking either.
Yeah. So meanwhile, Dr. Tina and Books are at the bar getting a drink together.
Yeah.
And they argue over something.
But again, they're at the bar. Who is serving them?
I don't know.
Let's
That's
go-
what
That's
I
a
mean.
great
like,
question. They should have had like a cool ass robot.
They're just like they just
could have
put
done
their hands
anything.
in
They
and,
had the opportunity to have it be like a machine or a
Right.
robot.
Like a tube
Yeah.
that just shoots the drink down into your hand. How cool would that have been?
it's the future.
Yeah.
It could have been anything, but instead
did
it's
nothing.
a table.
Or like they just have like all their drinks that are like little packets they rip open and they
See,
just anything.
It's dehydrated
like ketchup?
vodka tonic. You know, just,
Now let me ask you a question. Is this the scene or was it the scene before where they're like catcalling?
oh, that's the same. That's right before when
Yeah.
Heidi and Mr. Snake go walk off.
Okay.
Right.
And they're just like,
They're like,
ooh, baby.
Yeah.
Woo, baby, wow. Yeah.
Do you think
And-
there's
to,
like
the,
real
to their teammate. By the way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Suddenly
like
they
the
just,
person they serve with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they put their yeah, exactly. Like
There's
they
only
all
4
fight
people,
alongside
5
each other.
people in this room, and one of those 5 people, they're like, "Yeah, woo!"
What if they catcalled her with
we do that to Vince all the time.
Yeah,
so,
that's
yeah.
Wait.
That's why I haven't been back in a while.
Would it have been saved if they catcalled her with respect? You're a strong, independent woman, baby.
Hey, you're looking pretty smart.
Ooh, all right, on your GED.
She's
I
like,
never
I
graduated.
failed my GED. It's okay. You'll do better next time, baby.
But you look like you did.
you look all smart and shit.
But yeah, we see where like Books and Tina, they're basically arguing over nothing. Like I feel like there's really no point to the scene other than like, oh, we got to show these two flirt,
Yeah,
right?
It's
And like have
schoolyard,
chemistry.
It's schoolyard flirting. You know, like,
Yeah.
oh, well, he likes you if you went and pulled your hair.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we see where Miguel Nunez Jr. gives like kind of a pep talk to Books. He's like, hey, if you really like her, why don't you like try to talk to her? He's like, what am I going to do? She's super smart. She's a doctor. And I just graduated high school. And
I'm real fucking stupid.
yeah.
He's also
no
like,
prospects.
what do you think? He's like 26 and he just graduated high school?
4 years for each grade.
Yeah. He
Hey,
just graduated.
Doctors go to school for like 7 years, so he nailed it.
It's basically the same.
Anybody else think that guy looked like 80s Stallone?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Could
No
not
stash?
figure it out.
Or Frank Stallone.
so he
Take it back. Do-do-do-do.
so he when they cast him because of that.
Oh, really?
So he's
Great
actually
standards.
from he plays Sly in the Brave and the Bold and the Beautiful 90s soap opera. He's on
Oh.
that for like 196 episodes. So that's what he's from.
I hope that's a fact that you just know and you didn't have to look up.
Oh, I looked it up. Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
He's a huge
I mean,
no,
yeah,
just
like,
have you watching.
his
The
name's
Young and the
also
Beautiful.
Brett Jasmer.
Okay.
So. But so when they cast him because he is basically Walmart Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah. Okay. I
And
see
they
it.
originally wrote his character to be impersonating Stallone.
Oh, okay.
And like on day one of them doing that, they're like, "This is not sustainable. Like that's not.
Hey,
it
yo,
wouldn't work."
I just graduated high school.
It was basically
yo,
going
Leprechaun.
to be that with the lip curl and everything. That was the intention.
Hey,
And then
Leprechaun.
they're just like, "No, never."
Hey, Leprechaun, this ain't no pie eating contest.
Yeah. You knock him down while you try to knock me down.
That guy's dead. He's dead. He can't get back up.
I don't know about that.
I really wish he talked like that through the whole movie.
I did too.
There could have been a version, and I also want to say because I think you just said it on a whim of they just threw this together in 15 days.
Yeah.
It was 18 days.
Oh my God.
This movie was shot in 18 days.
Okay, no,
Wow,
because
that's
it 100% looks like that. Yeah.
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 It's all coming together.
Making
That's
a,
pretty impressive. I don't know.
a movie that actually had some pretty ambitious kind of, theoretically speaking, of course, but some ambitious ideas.
This movie was ambitious.
Yeah, the things that maybe needed a little bit more time to bake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like effect shots and maybe finishing that old script.
I got
And
two words.
story, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe
Got-
they were saving the budget for Leprechaun in the Hood. I don't know.
They're like,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
we got a guy that's coming in and he's going to talk like Sylvester Stallone. And it's going to really save this thing.
Hey, yo, I'm in here in space. Hey, yo.
I was...
Hey, yo.
Leprechaun, why'd you get in the ring with me?
You knock him down while you try to
They-
knock me down.
I bet you there
Sue me
would have
for
been a
what?
boxing scene if they went that route.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
How fucking awesome would that have been?
And
Yeah.
you have Warwick Davis down here, or
He's
it
like-
probably would have been when they enlarged him. And then
Right.
they put him in the ring, and they're just like,
Yeah. It's like,
I'd Warwick
s-
Davis as Mickey, but okay.
yeah. Oh, wait. I should wait.
Fine.
I told you that the cops are coming.
Oh, that's for
It's
you.
my ride.
Oh, my
to be
God.
continued.
Oh, no.
That's for you.
Oh, good. I think they think I'm somewhere else.
I like when
There's
you
a
use
lot
it.
of them.
Goodness.
They going up the hill or down the hill?
that way.
Up the hill.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's crazy.
I told you they were coming back for me.
But no, I in the next scene we see where the princess they're running some tests and we see that her tissues are regenerating, right? And Dr. Harold's like unwrapping all her,
Gauze.
gauze and stuff.
I love the high tech stuff that they're using. bubble
Yeah.
wrap,
Bubble wrap and
and,
gauze.
and white mesh.
Yeah.
Gauze. White mesh and gauze.
The thing that you're saying, oh yeah, but he was being creepy before the gauze.
Oh yeah, even before and then he's like kissing her forehead. He's like, oh,
In her belly, I
Wait.
think, right?
Yeah.
Are they draining blue liquid from her at this point, or is this later
Yeah.
on? Okay, the bag that he holds up is legit a Ziploc
Yep.
bag with blue tape on it. It's amazing. Like,
Yeah.
this is
Yep.
so low budget. It's yeah.
What should we do for her blood?
How about we throw it in a Ziploc bag? That's like something in Always Sunny. A blood bucket. Hey, go get the blood bag.
Hey, speaking of Always Sunny, we got an Always Sunny actress.
Oh, do tell. Did I miss it?
What?
Yeah, she's that weather person that Dennis is obsessed with.
Yes.
What's her name?
Susan. Is it Susan?
No.
Oh, wait, give me her from.
I don't know. You look it up on your phone.
I'm
Is
on
it Dr. Kim?
No.
But she's on there, and I'm sure she's really
From Channel
mad.
4 News Team, I think.
Yeah, she's real mad that I'm bringing this up on the show.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, come on."
Ah, come on, man. Oh, come on,
My kids were finally not embarrassed of me.
Yeah. So she.
Jackie something?
Jackie DiNardo.
Yeah, that's it. Jackie DiNardo.
Wait, who's she in this movie?
She's like that. Well, she's the main character.
Oh, she's Dr. Kim or
she's
Dr. Tina.
Yeah, she's also the one that was
Oh,
in
okay.
Home Improvement, right?
No. That's the Marine.
That's Dolores, the
Dolores,
Marine.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I did not know. No, I thought she looked really familiar. and I
Jessica
could not
Carlins
figure it
plays
out.
Jackie DiNardo, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
That was for you, Vince.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So we see, Harold's being really creepy, and that's when the doctor kind of like FaceTimes in. He's like, "You've been a naughty." Well, can you do a German accent?
Not without getting canceled. 'Cause it's heavy.
For the record, before he ever says a word, and this made me laugh really hard.
Yeah.
His little like FaceTime thing kind of drifts
into
the
scene.
frame.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just the
As-
best thing ever.
Yeah, that's what like the Tom and Jerry moments
Yeah.
of this. He just slowly creeps into scene with
Yeah.
as if to
hear-
awkwardly stand behind him.
It's just
You don't
nonsense.
hear this fucking huge machine behind you
Right.
creeping.
He's trying to make it as quiet as possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
He seemed like he was focused.
Yeah. Harold was a character for sure.
I'm
Yeah.
sure glad they made a lot of these characters likable, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, who are you rooting for?
No one.
Not a single
maybe Dr. Tina. I feel like she's like the only one that
She was
comes
a brat.
across.
I mean, I was mostly just like, whatever.
Yeah.
I did an IMDb dive on some of these people.
Why?
Because Dr. Tina, I was like, okay, so she looks like she probably did a stint on like Baywatch during that time period,
Yeah.
but she didn't. But the princess did.
Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
somebody in this cast
was on
was an
Baywatch.
unimportant character on that show.
But how many of them have been on Law and Order?
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
All of them.
Probably everybody.
Especially Mr. Mittenhands.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
Dr. Mitten, Spider, Scorpion,
Spider-Man.
Whatever
Spider
his
hands.
is. Yeah.
Spider Toes.
So everyone finds out the leprechaun is still alive, and the sergeant sends in Mooch.
Is that when someone yells it's alive?
That does
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I was like, man, only hacks yelled at in their
yeah,
projects.
son
right?
of a bitch. Yeah,
Sorry.
I know. So the
We're making
sergeant.
fun of the show right now.
I have a question. Is it possible to kill him in any of the previous three, and he just always regenerates?
Oh, the
Well,
leprechaun?
So
The
there
only
is
thing that could kill him is a 4-leaf clover.
yeah. And so that I feel like it's my own headcanon. My own headcanon is that each of the sequels is never the same leprechaun.
Okay.
It just is a
Right.
newer version of
a
him?
leprechaun.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it just happens to be played by
Was that
Warwick
ever
Davis.
confirmed?
I don't think that was confirmed. I
that's
think
not the first time
I
I've
got
heard
that from a statement from them, but I don't think it's like actually part of
Like
the
canon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
'Cause,
I
like-
think it's somebody from the movies that I got that from.
I just
Yeah,
get
I
a
can
sense
see that.
that he's like a mystical creature. Like when you say like, oh, how does he know about like Earth stuff on this out in space and whatever? If that's where he's from.
Yeah.
But like I just kind of get the sense that he's outside time and space.
So he's like Dr. Manhattan.
Kinda.
From
I mean,
Watchmen.
kinda. I mean,
He's like-
he's definitely got
It's
a lot
like
of
same power set, exactly the same.
That
September
big
12th.
swinging. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The
I know what
penis.
you're saying.
Yeah, remember that?
So they're all different leprechauns. Every time he dies, it's a different leprechaun, but he has the same motivation as the previous leprechaun.
So the motivation of Leprechaun, a race,
no, but like
a
this dude
species-
dies, and then he comes back, and then he knows that he's still trying to get the princess.
Oh. So I don't think he ever actually died in that sense where he blew
Okay.
up. I don't think that killed him.
Because he just can regenerate.
Yeah,
from,
because I think
okay.
he was just goo.
Okay.
But I think there is an overall way
Okay, I got you.
to kill him. It just wasn't that.
All right, I'll be able
Yeah.
to sleep tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I bet they didn't figure out how they were going to kill him until the day they were shooting it. That's
Which
the
was
kind
day
of movie.
11.
Yeah, day.
Which is also just Alien.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they just blew
Yeah.
out the airlock. Yeah, this is sort of like, hey, what if we took Alien and just desecrated it?
Let's
then-
take each
so then-
part of each alien and like do that.
Leprechaun 7 Romulus. They find his body on an asteroid.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
then-
so we got another alien.
And then Chrome Dome is
Right.
also there, but it's a different version of him. And we find
Right.
out that he's actually just from a line of androids.
Right.
Neato.
Yep. Yeah.
Bunch of clones. I like that.
Yeah. I like that. I'm
You
into
hear that, you Leprechaun writers? Giving you free stuff.
Bring it back, baby.
Come on, bring it back.
So yeah, they all find out that he's alive, and so the sergeant is sending in Mooch, who's like Bill Paxton Part 2, but like a Southern Mooch. He's like, oh, gee golly, I gotta go in there. And Books is like, you know what? I'll go in with you, buddy. The two of us will look. And it's like a waste disposal room. So they have to put on these like hazmat suits to enter, right? And they're walking around. And that's when you see the Leprechaun is kind of like watching them, but he also
Has
is
a
wearing
hazmat
like a
suit on?
hazmat suit.
You don't want to be left out.
Yeah.
It's a cool getup.
He's like, you know what?
Safety first.
Do you think Warwick Davis is like, get me one of those?
See,
They look cool in that. Give me one.
I have,
Gotta be one
I
of
have a
those.
question. Why was there a child-sized hazmat suit on that?
No, I
on
think
that
he just used the
spaceship?
top. I think he just used the top of it.
Yeah.
Excuse you. It was a leprechaun-sized hazmat
True.
suit.
Yeah.
Oof. I know
that was
that.
extremely rude of
I'm
you.
so sorry.
Yeah.
The hazmat suits come in like small, medium, large, and leprechaun.
It's also
Right.
the future, so they could have just like hit a button and it changes.
if they don't have buttons to get drinks,
They don't have hazmat.
what we
buttons.
didn't
They don't
know,
have
those were
magical
actually those
hazmat
were
suits.
nanotech suits.
I see.
I know they looked like
yeah.
they weren't, but that's just it's future. You wouldn't know.
It look-
budget.
I see.
It's
It's because
science.
it's future that I don't get it.
You wouldn't get it.
So wait, what are the sizes again? It's like extra large.
Small, medium, large, extra large, leprechaun.
Leprechaun.
Oh, yeah. They don't have extra medium.
Which
They do.
technically, Leprechaun
gap,
falls
schmedium.
between small and medium.
So schmedium.
but they didn't want to like put it there. You know, it's
Right.
like weird.
Yeah.
I think I was getting tired when I was watching this movie.
Nah.
I have a note in here. It says, I wish Mooch was a pooch because this film sure needs one.
yeah. I
It
mean,
needs
we
a little
get,
puppy.
We had spiders. We had
we have
scorpion.
spiders and stuff.
I wish there was a little dog running around in a
What?
spacesuit.
You didn't finish
Yeah.
the haiku though. Like
That's it. That's all I got.
That's all I got, baby.
That's, I
No
was-
more
I was
words.
all it
sleepy.
is.
So they enter wearing these suits, and eventually the Leprechaun jumps out and he slashes open Mooch's suit. And
Because there's a skin-eating bacteria in that room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's
And-
how you destroy garbage.
right.
Got
I
it.
guess.
Yes. Most of the
science.
time it's skin related.
It's science. You wouldn't
Yeah.
understand.
You wouldn't understand.
You don't get it. But yeah, as soon as Books gets him to the door, the airlock door, he's like, it's too late. Book, Mooch is gone. And then it like pans to Mooch and he's just like a skeleton.
He's a Spirit of Halloween skeleton.
It's the
Yeah.
same guy from Batman '89. That the Joker fries. It's the same.
Oh,
body.
yeah.
Same
Yeah,
actor. They
basically
got
it
borrow this.
They got him
Yeah.
to come back.
and then
You're my number one.
number one guy. So the Marines
Glad you're dead.
glad you're dead. So the Marines go to chat with Harold and Dr. Mittenhands about giving the princess back to the Leprechaun. Because the Leprechaun at one point is like,
That's a really stupid thing to say, isn't it? I
yeah.
want to give the
Perfect.
princess back to the leprechaun.
So wait, reading that
really funny.
back, that's probably the weirdest sentence I've ever written in my entire life.
Wait, what is more
Hey,
fucked up?
Mr. So he talks to Mr. Mittenhands about giving the princess back to the leprechaun.
Wait,
It sounds like we were all just like on drugs.
It's like a third grade.
Now go home and write a story. You need to have a princess, a leprechaun, and a doctor.
What's your bad guy's name, Steve?
it's like a Mad Libs.
Mittenhands. It's like a
It's like a Mad Libs.
right. It's like the kid was just looking around. And
But-
it's like mittens,
Hands.
mitten hands.
No, he's just wearing gloves. He's like mitten hands.
What's
Mitten
He's
hands.
typing with.
my question is what's dumber, the fact that they wrote this or the fact that we're talking about it 30 years later?
Oh.
The
'Cause
fact
it's-
that they wrote this.
I think it's
not-
fantastic.
It's not us.
Yeah.
It's not us.
This is legendary stuff.
It's a them thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
man.
I don't want to admit these things to myself.
But the doctor refuses, right? And then he reveals he's actually on board. This like door opens up.
He's the
he
Wizard of
comes
Oz.
out, yeah. And
He was
He kind
excited
of looks like
about it.
Mojo a little bit.
yeah. Oh yeah, from X-Men?
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Like the whole design.
Who wore it
Except
better?
it doesn't have the spider legs until later.
Until later. We got the
Yeah.
spider legs.
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoiler.
Spoilers.
But yeah, he's on board and he's half human, half machine. Well, like more machine than
machine.
man,
Yeah.
like 3/4 machine.
He's something.
He's
You're
more
debating the
machine.
percentages.
Yeah, he's more machine than man. I'll just say that. Like, even Darth Vader is like, whoa, that guy's fucked up. You know, so,
He's shaming him.
it's more machine now than man.
You make me feel better about my condition. My current circumstances don't seem
know
so
what?
bad compared to yours.
I gotta join Luke. I gotta find my son. So the
Do you,
doctor.
do you have a son, Mitten Hands? Huh? Do you have a son?
Yeah.
I never got to have one.
So the doctor insists that the Marines stay, and he'll increase their pay by 100%. And their deal making is kind of like weird because the sergeant's like, "What do you mean?" Right? He's like, "I want." He goes like,
Everything.
"Yeah, everything." He's like, "I want 5%." Right? And then the doctor's like, "4%." He's like, 4% if we get back-end deals on something else. And this is literally going on for like 3 minutes.
I
and we're-
tuned out too.
No,
Right.
no,
I was like, I don't have the patience to follow
It's,
this.
it's great because I think it's verbatim what like the agents were saying to the producers of this movie. Like just write that down. Everything that they said to get us money for this, just write it down. That's what we're
We're
going
so
with.
sorry. All the money we have has to go to Warwick.
Yeah. What did Warwick say in the meeting again?
We'll take this up front, and then we'll take merchandising
Right.
after that, and 3% on the back end.
For someone so dumb, he sounded so intelligent. The whole speech is like,
He's like, I want 1% of that deal.
I gave you 2%.
He doesn't even ask for like 10%. He's just like
And
5%.
I think he
Like,
says
that's in the
5
league.
points on the back end, something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very showbiz.
Everyone
And-
knows what that means,
It is
too.
5 points on the back
5
end.
points on the back
And then
end.
the doctor's like, not net worth, but gross worth, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't he
Yeah.
say that?
yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was a very intelligent conversation.
Yeah.
And everyone gets a bowl of soup. Go ahead.
And everyone, it goes on for a little bit. But eventually,
That's actually like a cut scene too.
yeah.
There's an extended cut of that negotiation. Hey,
The
quick
director's
question.
cut's on Amazon.
Yeah.
I need to know something. So in my notes, someone says the words "your ass is grass." Did we pass that yet?
Oh, yeah.
And on the lawnmower?
We pass it. The only reason I want to bring it up is because this is the second movie in a very short amount of time where a character actually uttered the phrase "your ass is grass."
Your
2 in
ass
a
is
row,
grass.
buddy.
Really?
Remember Return of the Living Dead 3?
Yeah.
That girl says that.
That's right.
Jumped out at me.
Because
Because why would you actually put that into a screenplay?
Is it followed
on
up
the
with and on the
lawnmower.
lawnmower? Because it should only be followed up with that. You don't say that unless you say the other thing.
It's in both.
Okay.
Speaking of Return of the Living Dead, but not 3, that guy, he's in
Yeah,
it too. He's
he
the head
is.
of the punks. And that's in 1?
Yeah,
Return
part
of-
1.
Yeah, part
Yeah.
1. Yeah.
I love that movie.
I wonder
I
if
do
you could
too.
find a connection from every Freakquels movie that you did where there's a tie-in from one movie to the
I
other.
think-
Absolutely.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet.
Great.
Yeah.
That's a new puzzle that I'm going to.
Elle, get on that if you're not busy for the next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as they're making this deal, we see where Styx and Danny, who's this other Marine that we have not talked about yet.
Oh, yeah.
But Danny is like, guys,
I'm getting out of here.
I want to get out of here. Fuck this. We'll just wait it out, right? You and I can wait it out till they catch them.
To be fair, he's
And then
the
we'll
only
leave.
smart one in this movie.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
let's
he's
just
like-
get out of here and get away from this bullshit. Yes.
And then Styx is like, I'm a Marine. We don't do that.
We're
and-
not that smart.
Right. I was like, oh no, Sticks. Oh no.
Oh, Sticks.
Sticks, no. So then we
Got any
get
crayons I could eat?
Yeah. Then we get Harold and Nottingham, who run another test on the princess. And but we cut back to Books and Dr. Tina, who find the leprechaun in the engine room, and they call it in, and they kind of like stand their ground against him. They get into like another gunfight with the leprechaun. He kind of like runs off, and that's when we see where Danny runs off from Sticks, and he's like, "I'm just gonna get out of here, make a run for it, go off on my own." And the leprechaun starts singing "Danny Boy," right? And
Because Irish.
right, he's like, "Oh, Danny Boy."
What if he just didn't know the words?
Yeah. So then we see where like Danny's like, "Hey man, just let me out of here and we're good. Like I don't want anything. Like I'm just leaving." And the leprechaun's like, "Ooh, really? Why don't we make a face deal to deal?" Like a little thing, right? And he goes, "Oh yeah, sure." And then he's like loading his gun, like, "Fuck it, I'll just like kill this leprechaun." And I was like, why didn't Danny like? He just like, "Yeah, no, I'm like dead serious. Here, take the gun. I'm out of here, right? Like we're good." But the leprechaun's like, I guess calling his bluff about it. But I don't know. I wish it was like Danny just like did run away.
Yeah.
I thought that would be more interesting.
Because he seemed kind of cowardly.
Yeah.
But
Like-
instead he had to be like a boring character. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I feel like it was like out of character because the whole time he's like, "Get out of here."
He's trying to get out,
like,
and then
fuck this thing.
within 20 seconds, he flips his entire mindset of like, I guess I'll kill this thing.
Yeah.
I was smart enough to trick this guy by telling him that I would surrender. Now
Yeah.
I got him. I'm gonna shoot him.
I got him now.
The producers there probably was a version of that, and the producers were like, "No, wouldn't it be cooler if you like start shooting at him?" And he's like, "I guess whatever." This is day 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here. I got lunch in 15 minutes.
They said I have to have this thing edited by Saturday.
Let's just go. Let's get out of here.
18 days with post-production.
Oh no.
Pre-production, post-production.
Oh god.
They're cutting while they're filming.
Yeah. They're like,
It's like Ed Wood. It's
Yeah.
It's like,
The
I
director-
have 52 shots to shoot tonight.
the director's like, "I had 2 hours of sleep."
That's okay. I didn't get any.
So Harold, we see in the lab, and he's sucking up to the doctor. And Harold's acting is what I like to call the director owed a favor to someone. So they get a visit from the leprechaun, and poor Harold gets stabbed right like in his giblets.
As sure, yeah.
Yeah, and then
Fitting, the little pervert.
yeah.
Oh, perv.
Then the doctor tries to distract the leprechaun as Harold tries to stab like the leprechaun. Like we see where Harold is like trying to sneak up behind it, and he like does stab it, but the leprechaun then throws him against the wall. Okay, this is gonna be tough.
This is so
wanna-
stupid.
You wanna-
Um,
oh, wait, that might be your next guest.
Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
so then we see where Harold gets his head pancaked by a pizza tray.
Which is awesome.
Is it?
Kind of. It makes no sense. This
to
is like
the-
when your Tom and Jerry logic come in.
Absolutely, 100%. And I think I've said this on multiple movies now. The reason that this is in this movie is because at some point, special effects said, hey, I could do this. And they were like, that's going to look cool. Let's do it. We'll figure out a way to fit it into the movie.
And that's where the special effects budget went. Was that
That one scene?
makeup scene? Because there's also no other makeup done like
I don't know. Those pimples are pretty on point.
Yeah,
Like,
they're pretty good.
Yeah.
through the rest, like
The
there
spider,
are creatures, like there's creatures and stuff,
Right.
but like the fact of him killing him this way
Yeah.
and making him like morph, like it's just they don't do that anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked like a live action South Park character. Like his head was just like
Okay,
He's much taller. Yes,
seriously.
exactly.
I went garbage pail kid.
oh yeah. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
that's
definitely.
more
Yeah.
The Garbage Pail Kid movie.
But
100%.
There's the same special
Yeah.
effects artist.
I just want to point out the thing that really makes that is the sound. And go back and watch it. What the sound that it makes as it's spinning, and the fact that the speed at which it's moving would never let that happen, just makes it all the better
It
for me.
has like a Looney Tunes
It's
sound
Looney Tunes,
effect.
yeah.
Because they're like.
They didn't know what kind of movie they wanted to make.
They still don't.
This is a grab bag of ideas.
Yeah.
That was day 2, and that's why they're like, "Oh, we could be really ambitious with this."
Did you see that shot? We are on
We
track.
saw it, and I'm worried.
They're all like high fiving.
This movie's gonna be awesome.
Guys, let's call the rest for this day.
We're never gonna work again.
So, but anyways, the leprechaun wakes up the princess, and as they,
I'm sorry. When you read this,
So
plot out
anyway.
loud- when you read the plot out loud,
So
I can't
good.
stop laughing.
so the leprechaun wakes up the princess, and as they make like a special cocktail for the doctor,
It's a mocktail.
and it's like a little bit of spiders, a
little bit of scorpion.
scorpion,
Mostly
blue blood.
princess blood. That's the important part.
princess blood, and
From his Ziploc bag.
and they inject it into his head.
Yeah.
Uh,
Because that's how you.
that's the place to go.
Really
Yeah.
good camera angle and everything too, because it's just like stabbing the back of his neck, shoulder.
Right.
But
Yeah.
what's the plan
Skull?
here? Like, why make yourself a formidable foe?
Oh, he's not worried about him. Again, it's not easy to kill this guy.
Yeah.
He's a leprechaun. He has magic on his
yeah.
side.
Yeah.
He's just like
And also, science, you wouldn't get it.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Just-
That's true. Once you add science to it, what do I know?
Yeah.
what you don't know about this leprechaun? He has a PhD.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I
and-
gotcha.
Yeah, so
And science.
and biology. Yeah. So the Marines arrive and they get into another gunfight, but the leprechaun slips away, and the Marines get distracted by the princess flashing. This seems like out of nowhere.
And
Yeah.
And I think also before this, there's a scene where like they're talking and they're waiting outside, and before they run in, they all have their guns drawn. And Books is just literally screaming at Doctor, like, I'm here to protect you. And the way with which he talks to her would never happen this day and age. It's outrageous.
Yeah.
I love it. It's so over the top. It's so...
None of this dialogue can leave the 80s or 90s, right? Like, it just
it's
feels
there
like
forever.
so
Yeah,
there.
it's never coming.
Yeah.
It's a different time.
Different time, man.
Different time.
So the flashing,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that. So,
it was not there. The studio was like, we picked a hot actress for a reason. You got to show
oh, that's why?
it. So they wrote it. They're like, well, fuck the studio.
yeah.
We'll show her tits, but we're going to give it as a reason, and this is a death sentence. So that's why they wrote that thing, because they're like, as a middle finger to the studio.
Yeah,
like,
'cause
we'll do it, but what's going to be part of the reason?
Yeah, and there's some producer
They
who
got
just,
them. They
just-
got them.
just yelling, "Show me your tits." That's all that somebody wanted at that point.
100%. And they didn't care. That's funny, too, that the writer thought that the studio was going to be like, how dare you say that this is a plot device?
Right.
What do you... We still
What
saw
do
her
you
boobs.
mean? Yeah.
So...
I
yeah,
just
we
remember
were-
when I was 13 and I saw this for the first time and just being really confused. Because she's like, now you're going to die. And I'm like, wait, what? And then it's nice to know, researching this, that this was apparently, because I read the same thing. They were like, hey, we need to have some nudity. And he's like, we're going to put it in a way that makes absolutely no sense. And I applaud them for that.
Yeah.
Like, just draw attention to how unnecessary it is.
It's a different time.
Different time.
Different
But
time, man.
filthy producer.
Just smoking a cigar. He's definitely smoking a cigar when that
Smoking a
decision's
cigar.
made. Yeah.
He's sweating all the
Yeah.
time.
He's like,
God.
why is my office so hot? Call the air conditioning guy.
He's just chewing on a cigar. He's like walking around the fucking set, making everyone uncomfortable.
All of
You
his
constantly
pre-
see him taking heart medication.
All of his dailies are just separate than what the actual dailies are. They're just naked women. He's like,
I like it. Ladies look great.
This movie's coming out good.
Did you
folks.
see any of the other
Good.
footage? No, not necessary.
I like what I'm seeing.
You guys just spent your 18 days of production well.
I'm gonna jack off into a plant.
That's my thing.
That's what I do now. So as they're leaving, the leprechaun and the princess take the sergeant as a hostage, and And that's when we see where the sergeant dies, and it turns out he was a cyborg.
What?
The whole time.
Well, before he dies.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, the spotlight of the movie is
Right.
the.
This is when
apparently-
it's official. This is Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
In a dress.
Leprechaun waves his little fingers, and all
Yeah.
of a sudden, the sergeant's wearing
It's
a
Looney
dress.
Tunes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you
And
ever
he's
attracted to Bugs Bunny when he dressed up as the Grill Bunny?
No.
It's that kind of.
No.
Me neither. It's that
Off
kind
the
of.
rails. Yeah.
So the leprechaun then activates the self-destruct button, and the doctor.
I'm glad the ship has one.
All of
Yeah.
it's science.
You know, it's like in Bride of Frankenstein, how there's the self-destruct lever in the lab.
Yeah.
That's just right there. You could bump into it. Why even have one?
Imagine if Three Jacks just had a self-destruct button.
Why doesn't it have
Chef
a
would have hit that.
self-destruct button?
Chef would have hit it.
I know.
Fucking 6 years ago.
He just like pulls it.
Yeah, I can see him just like, oops.
No, he tries it. No, he walks in and tries it every day.
It's the other button on the hood. So every day he comes in, he's just like, yeah, okay,
Okay,
fine,
here
we'll
we
just
go.
go.
I'll cook it up today. So we see the sergeant. He dies, and the doctor, meanwhile, in the lab, is changing into a Spider-Man.
Scorpion guy.
Yeah,
Spider Man,
Copyright.
pig,
Spider-Man.
bear, pig, mitten.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's doing his thing.
Love it.
Hey, everybody at home, if you're not following what we're saying right now, it really isn't our fault.
No, this is the plot.
This is the movie.
There's a princess. There's
This
a leprechaun.
this is one of
there's
those
a
ones that
cyborg.
like you honestly have to watch.
Yeah,
this
because
because
you're not going to understand what we're talking about.
and all of this sounds made up.
It does.
This sounds like we made up a movie
This
in the
movie?
parking lot. Yeah, and we're just making it up as we go.
Watch
It
this
sounds
movie.
like Stefan from SNL. This movie has
Has
everything. There's a cyborg. There's a princess. There's a robot. There's a princess.
MTV's Dan Cortez.
Space and MTV's Dan Cortez. But yeah, no. So Styx, Books, and Dr. Tina devise a plan to stop the ships by splitting up. And Styx heads to the lab so he could try to stop the ship from blowing up. And then he gets attacked by the Doctor Spider-Man Bear Pig. And
Can I say his line?
yeah.
So as he's changing and he's trying to figure out, he's like, "Oh, I need to find flies." And of course,
Yeah.
on a spaceship, there is one fly.
Sure, why not?
You know?
Yeah.
But as he's changing, he's like, understand. He's like, "I'm no longer Mitten Hand. I am now Mitten Spider."
Yeah.
And it just goes.
And again, everybody at home, he didn't just make that up.
No, and then he loses his accent completely.
goes away.
German accent gone.
Yeah.
What you
All
don't
spiders
know
are not German,
is
that's why.
they were hoping for a spin-off of Dr. Mitten Spider.
Mitten Spider.
But it just never happened.
Deadpool
Yet.
Mitten Spider.
Yeah.
It's going to be a legacy sequel.
You know what the weird thing about the fly on the ship? I went on a cruise and there was like no bugs when you're out to sea. Like there's nothing.
It was
happening.
all the
Because they
food
don't-
you were eating.
Because you're on water.
Yeah, have
That's
have-
like there was no
Exactly.
mammals on islands like
So-
Hawaii.
But for some reason, there's a fly and
Oh,
a
right.
spaceship.
okay.
Right.
But have you gone on a cruise in
Guys,
space?
Guys,
No.
No?
guys,
Okay.
in the future,
I want to. Have you seen Fifth Element? I
I
want
was like,
that.
back
Hold on.
away.
I know. I want to.
in the
Yeah.
future, there are fly astronauts.
That's true.
This is something for you to look into, Mike.
I will.
Yeah.
As a guest, I thought you would know that there are flies that went to NASA to train.
Yeah, I saw the movie. It's called Fly Me to the Moon. All right? You think you're joking and you think you got me, but I seen that movie. It came out in the early 2000s.
Seen it.
Mike looks beautiful right now to me.
Yeah.
That was a great
That
pun.
was good. That was really good.
Oh, my heart fluttered.
So, the leprechaun and the princess find his.
He just took a
shrunken-
sip of water. So proud too.
I know that was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's dusted himself off.
So leprechaun and the princess, they find his shrunken gold, right?
Keep going.
And he's clearly annoyed by the princess at this point. He's like, "Oh God,
The old ball and chain.
Yeah,
It's been 20 minutes.
he spent 50 minutes of this movie trying to get her back, and then as soon as he gets her back, he's like, "Oh, I'm fucking fed up with this bitch." Seriously, he
know,
is.
I know.
Anyways,
Honeymoon
Space
phase is over.
princesses. You
yeah.
know?
So as she's like giving him like a little 411 on how she feels, he's like, how would you like face acne, right? And he just gives her acne for some reason.
And he does it with a nice little boop.
Yeah.
It was
Pokes
nice.
her head.
Yeah, it's I'm really happy that it happens and then immediately goes away.
Right. Yeah.
And he can get rid of it whenever he wants. Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Well,
And
there
then,
was more to that scene because that was originally shot on day 3. And then they needed reshoots on day 15.
Gotcha.
And they're like,
Oh, right.
no makeup.
Day
anymore.
19 was when they were going to finish the whole thing, and they're like, you only got 18 days.
oh no, just take it off. Take it off.
Shit.
We don't have time for it.
Ah, no.
So Books and Dr. Tina find the leprechaun, and they get into another gunfight again. But this time, Dr. Tina uses the shrink ray, or ray gun, which actually is turned on to making things bigger. So it makes the leprechaun huge. And he's like, yeah, this feels
He
great.
checks it. He looks down his pants first.
That's the
Yeah.
first. Hey, you get blown up into a huge size. What's the first thing you're checking?
You're going to check your
Don't lie.
shillelagh, buddy. You're going to check that little shillelagh.
He's like, all right.
All right.
Big feels good.
Yeah. And so then we see where Dr. Tina, she rushes to the lab. She kills Dr. Winningham, the
Mitten Spider.
Mitten
spiders.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. And
Fair play.
and she saves Styx, and luckily Styx is like still alive. I thought for sure he died, and I remembered him
Is that a movie trope?
always dying.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
Is
just
that just
I
because
thought
he's black? Not cool, dude.
No. I just
Wow, EJ.
always
Okay.
remembered him dying, and I'm like, oh, he did live in this movie.
You seem disappointed.
Yeah, of course.
Jesus.
Jesus. So then, Styx and Dr. Tina open the bay door, and they launch the leprechaun into space, where he explodes into pieces. And as they look on, they see his little hand fly by, and it gives them like the
Little
middle
thumbs.
finger.
Oh, okay.
He gives the
Not
middle
a thumbs up,
finger.
a middle finger. Okay.
Yeah.
Which, so, from what I understand, the flashing scene,
Yes.
that was a big middle finger to the producers.
Yes.
The middle finger at the end,
Was
that
to
was
us.
for us.
Yeah, that one's for us. Yeah.
Dum Dums watch this whole thing.
They're like, this is, you like those first three?
Yeah.
Sat through that shit. Wait till you see the next one.
Hey, they were ahead of their time, though. Like filmmakers having contempt for their audience.
Well, you know what's really
That was
good
the most clever
is that
thing I've said all night.
Built a podcast around it.
I sure did.
The director actually did 3. And as they were doing Leprechaun 3 is when Leprechaun 4, like he had the idea for 4 and they just like greenlit it. Like, and I think I don't know if they were shot back to back, but they were shot really close to each other.
Kind of
okay.
like they do with Harry Potter. They know it's going to be so successful.
Yeah,
Let's
like-
shoot 2 in a row.
We shot 3 on Saturday. Sunday we woke up.
Yeah. So movies 3 and 4, we got a total of 32 days.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't know if that's true.
Do you think
I was like, wow, really?
I don't
think
know
they
what the
sh-
shot days.
Do you think they shot 3 and they're like, this guy can't do no wrong?
Right. They're like, 3 was so good.
It was so good.
Let's give him 4.
Let's see what else he's got.
It was so good. 4 was so good that they then made 2 back in the hood movies.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
we'll get there someday.
Wow.
maybe.
I hope not.
Oh God, I know it was kind of weird.
No, okay. I'm not going to lie. Do you want to get into reviews? You want me to go?
Yeah, let's
Oh,
just
let's go into
You wanna roll
how
right
you
into it?
feel.
Yeah, go. How do you feel about this movie, Vince?
I absolutely loved this movie.
There we go.
Because
Wow.
it was everything I didn't want it to be.
Yeah.
And it was unapologetic. There were Looney Tunes moments, Tom and Jerry. The graphics were awesome. The dialogue was terrible. The acting was really bad. Like we saw, when you said Sylvester Stallone, everything that you brought up that seemed ridiculous. Everybody on the podcast, it was like, yeah, that fits. That's
Yeah.
awesome. This is all making sense to me. And the fact that I say it all the time, regardless whether a movie is good or not, if it gets made, it's a success.
Yeah,
Even if
because-
it's
That's true.
18 days.
Even if it's 18 days, and that was literally a joke. Like I was thinking, like, okay, they shot this at 5 locations. It was probably done in like 15 days, and I don't think I was that wrong.
No, you weren't.
What was the budget? Do we know the budget and like the gross of all this? Because, wow, let me
It
tell
never
you,
went to theaters. It was
Okay.
like definitely straight to video.
that doesn't shock me. There's
Yeah.
no theatrical release.
Yeah.
But and also, how about good for you, what is it, Peacock, for owning all this?
yeah,
because
it's Lionsgate. Yeah.
it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, Peacock owns all the rights.
The
I
fact
think,
that
but-
it got made blows me away. The fact that
For
we're
Universal.
talking about it.
Yeah.
It was made in '96, so it's almost 30 years later. We're talking about it. It blows me away. I love it.
Who was your favorite in it?
My favorite in it was Man Bear Pig. He was the
Oh,
best.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
and Sticks.
Yeah,
I-
Sticks.
Sticks was
I
'cause
love Miguel.
the fact that
Nunez, yeah.
he didn't die kind of made me happy.
Yeah,
I was like,
me too.
Black dude movie, scary. He's gonna die at some point. That's a trope. That's a thing.
Yeah.
He made it all the way through. I love
Yeah.
it.
That was good.
And he called out the other guy. I was like, no, don't be a fucking pussy. We're gonna stick around and try and help everybody
Danny?
here.
Yeah.
So many good things. Oh, my other favorite part of main favorite part of the movie is when they're hooking up and he makes the snake comment, and then the leprechaun is coming out of his penis at some point. Correct?
Yeah.
Fully clothed, not a baby, not small, just fully clothed leprechaun coming out of his genitalia. It's amazing. I would say you can't write it better than that, but somebody did. Someone wrote it.
I think he had his wallet too.
He probably did, and a shillelagh.
Yeah.
And I bet you he led with the shillelagh sideways as he was coming out. Just extra pain. Everybody cringed a little.
I did.
It's like, ugh.
Good.
So for budget, I need to compare it to the
No,
first
just
and this
it's
last one.
the internet. It's
Leprechaun
true. It's got to
4
be.
Leprechaun 4 in space had a 1.6 million budget.
Okay.
Okay, and I can't find anything about what it made because it was a straight-to-video
Yeah.
release. But
1.2 went to what's his name, right?
Yeah, I was going to say
probably.
most of the budget was Warwick Davis.
Leprechaun 1 was made on a $900,000 budget and made $8.5 million.
Wow.
Okay.
So that's why we got sequels. Because
Sure.
that first one just blew it out of the water. And then by the time they got to 4, they're like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. What'd you think of the movie, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I love the Leprechaun series. It is a yearly rewatch. At least these 4, the 1 through 4. Yeah, 4 is probably my second to last least. Like, I don't like it that much. There's only 4 of them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But I would actually put number 2 at my least favorite. So, like, I don't know. It's a fun movie, but I don't like. It doesn't really matter.
I get it.
It
This-
is just a sci-fi movie, like
Yeah.
sci-fi channel movie.
It's the favorite leprechaun I've ever seen.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Exactly. You should see
That's
Leprechaun
one.
Origins.
No, not gonna do it.
Yeah. Rory?
Well, on Rotten Tomatoes, this is holding a solid 20%.
That's pretty good. That's pretty
I
good.
thought it would have been a little lower.
It
but
should be higher.
I would say so. Higher
Yeah,
sounds
higher.
better. Let's go
Yeah.
higher.
Yeah.
Hey, Rotten Tomatoes, get your shit together.
Yeah, that's-
No, so I have a lot of fond memories watching this when I was a kid. So I may have the nostalgia glasses on.
It was on Cinemax like all the time.
It was.
Yeah.
I'll say this about the movie. It's not a complete waste of time. Like, it's a bad movie for sure.
Right.
But some of it's like, there's a lot of weird shit in it that I appreciate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the doctor, it's just like a weird touch. There's like a sense of humor to it, right? And then like Warwick Davis is having
He's-
a lot of fun.
Yeah. He's just like, I'll do whatever it takes. To,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy's like acting all the time like he's trying to win an Oscar. And
Yeah.
god damn it, give him one. But
yeah.
I'll just say this: it's a bad movie, but there is such a thing as glorious trash because I said so.
Yeah.
I
That's
agree
what it
with
is.
that statement 100%. If you know what you're getting into going into this movie, you're gonna love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why does everything have to be like so fucking good all the
I feel
time?
like if people listen
Right.
to this podcast first and then watch the movie, you'd have a greater appreciation for it than if you just
Yeah.
watched it.
That is
Yeah.
100% true. As
Yeah.
a listener of the show before being a guest on the show,
You gotta watch
there,
this
there
glorious
are
piece of
movies
shit.
that I hadn't watched that I heard you do, and I was like, all right. Like American Werewolf in London.
or Paris.
Or
Paris,
Paris, yeah,
yeah.
in Paris. I had never seen it, and then I heard your podcast. I was like, all right, and I bought it. And I watched it. I'm like, it's everything because I knew what to expect.
Yeah.
I was like, awesome.
Yeah.
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 But
Yeah.
yeah, man, I'd say like there's like some John Waters-esque humor going on in this thing. And
Yeah.
I rather enjoy it on a realistic level. Like I was watching it with Becca and we were like laughing a lot and every time
wonderful.
like, every time one of
Yeah.
the spaceships would be on screen I would just be like, "Oh my god." It's just, I don't know. So I mean, I would say it's a good way to kill an hour and 40 some minutes.
Yeah.
How about you, EJ? What did you think of the movie?
I hated it.
Yeah.
No. It's cool. It's probably my least favorite out of horror to space films.
It's also my least favorite Leprechaun movie.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's his favorite and least favorite Leprechaun movie.
I feel like I would pick Jason X and Hellraiser 4 over this, but
I'd agree.
Yeah.
I do enjoy some of the campiness of this movie.
Where would you rank it next to Paddington Goes to Space?
Let's fingers crossed. Let's get him there. Let's
gonna
get
get
that
him
bear
there.
there. No, I'm excited to see. I'll just put it this way. This movie is enjoyable, but I think it's like it would serve you better to watch it with like friends if you want to like
And make
goof
fun
on
of it as you're watching
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was
think
making
that's the
jokes
best
to you
way.
guys, and you weren't even there. You weren't even in the room. I was cracking jokes.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like when I was watching with Becca. Like, yeah.
What do you think, Rory?
Well, I don't know.
Vince, was your family like, oh no, he's doing it again?
Oh no, they were there too, but they were also
okay.
sleeping upstairs. They're like, "I love you, Dad." I'm like, I don't believe that. Go ahead.
I'm worried about Dad.
They should be.
Why is he watching this? He's on so many drugs.
No. Legitimately, we were talking like my girls were going to bed, and my wife was like getting everybody rounded up to go to bed. And Jess goes, "Yeah, Daddy's got to watch a movie tonight." And I go to my girls. I was like, "Yeah, I got to watch a movie about a leprechaun in space."
And they're just like, I think Dad has dementia.
yeah, it's
I
something
don't want
like
to go
that.
to bed, Dad.
I want Dad to go to bed. Dad, you need to sleep.
I would just love if one of your kids came up and was like, Dad, it's gonna be okay.
You don't have to keep doing this.
Leprechauns aren't real, Dad.
But so you liked it, but on like kind of what I was saying, like less.
Yeah.
You gotta be
Nostalgic, because I did love it as a kid.
Yeah.
Revisiting it after a long time, I was like, okay, it's not as great as I remember it being, but it's still cool. And I think it's like probably one of those movies, if you watch it with friends, you would love it. Like, yeah.
And manage your expectations.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're going in to watch Leprechaun 4 in space and you're like, oh, this didn't live up to what I wanted it to be, that's really on you.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff I was
own
writing out for this episode, I'm like, I can't believe someone made that as a script, though. You know what I mean? I felt like...
Doesn't it give you hope, though?
Yeah.
Like, I was like,
yeah.
literally this morning, I'm like working on like my screenplay, and I'm just like, man, I hope this is good enough. And then I see stuff like that, and I'm like, dude, you're awesome. Like, I have a little bounce in my step for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I
look
feel
at you.
pretty good about it.
Pick me up.
Yeah.
All right. How about emojis? Would you like to start us off, bud?
Yeah.
Let's hear those bomb ass emojis.
So obviously, 4-leaf clover.
Yeah.
I got the little fleur-de-lis of gold representing that, a spaceship because duh, and a princess.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I think that is the whole movie.
Yeah, I got a scorpion. I got a spider. I got a man, a bear, and a pig.
Perfect.
Nice.
Perfect. You, sir?
I just went with the scorpion emoji. I went with the astronaut fly because there's
Awesome.
one in here.
Yeah.
This one.
I got a spider. There actually is a leprechaun emoji for all you people that want to know. A shillelagh.
I don't believe these
He's
now.
lying.
I don't believe that.
I think he's
lying.
making these up. But
I
keep going.
got a guy.
Listen how he's whispering.
I got a guy drinking at the bar on St. Patrick's Day, and he's real mad. That emoji.
Yeah.
And he's probably gonna go home and shout at people. But then also, I gave the movie 4 shillelaghs
Oh, I love it.
Out of
17.
out of 100.
Out of 18.
Out of a possible 100. But go ahead.
Yeah, I just have a spaceship and a 4-leaf clover. as my emojis.
How bad are the graphics of this spaceship that you're talking about? Like really bad? You can barely make out that it's a spaceship.
It looks like the first season of Clone Wars. I don't know.
So bad. Okay.
Right, yeah.
Like Star Fox.
The cartoon, though, of course. Yeah.
So some of the people at home, all of you at home, you can't see.
You guys got to watch that the whole time.
Yeah, you can't see us right now, but we're watching Leprechaun in the Hood, and the Leprechaun is currently smoking out of a bong, and we're all trying to conceal our laughter.
Also, this is Leprechaun back to.
Oh,
the
is this
hood.
back
Yeah,
to
this
the
is
Hood?
back.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So wait, he
I
left.
get mixed
He
up.
went to the Hood. He then left the
This
Hood,
is a direct sequel.
and then he returned to the Hood.
Yes.
There
Yeah.
was still some stuff left to do in the Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it.
So he
That's like
left
premise.
with, unfinished
Is it
business.
on the same level as like the Two Towers with in the Lord of the Rings?
Oh,
Yeah,
Better,
very much.
better-
Jesus, where were you going, EJ? God damn, dude. I know where you went.
I didn't say anything.
I know the fake ID you used to get on that plane. Good God, dude.
Wah, wah.
What the hell?
Sad sounding trombone.
So, anyways, it's I would say it's better executed than Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Peter Jackson said that this was a big influence for him.
Yeah. Exactly.
Huge inspiration.
Hey, let's get into we already did
We
that.
did that.
Yeah, we already did that shit. Let's get into plugs.
Do you want me to do my plugs first off the top of my head?
Yeah,
Because
go
I never
nuts.
have anything written down.
Yeah. Hair plugs.
Oh, God, you noticed?
Yeah.
Respawn Tattoo. Our boy Jay, he's really good at what he does. You could check him out.
Gentle
on-
J.
Gentle Jay. You could check him out on Instagram. You could check him out at his shop, which I think he's about ready to move. He had spoken about possibly doing something with like a bunch of memorabilia and setting it up. And if
Yeah.
you've never been to his shop is really cool. He's got pictures and tons of cool stuff in there, movie memorabilia. Check him out. Good artist. Three Jacks Burger Bar. You can't beat our meat.
Three Jacks or you get your money back.
Yeah, Three Jacks, or you get your money
Do you
back.
guys have plants there?
Yeah. Three
Yeah.
jacks or less. That's what they say.
Yeah, that's what we say.
Hey,
Gravy
what's the
Diggers,
burger of
pot
the
pies.
month?
Oh, burger of the month. What are we now? What
Celtic
day-
Warrior?
This is gonna
March.
come out. Celtic Warrior, 6-ounce beef patty, sauerkraut, Swiss cheese, Thousand Island dressing, and corned beef, all on a burger. It is delicious.
Prepare your O face.
Oh,
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, Mally.
Oh.
O'Reilly, which is
Oh,
always
yeah.
weird because like when you're like listening on Pandora and like you have your smooth jazz thing on, and you're trying to get into it with your significant other, and
Yeah.
then just out of nowhere it's O'Reilly, but you can't help but sing with it.
Yeah, you're
It's
like,
weird.
Oh.
That was a lot of insight into your life.
You're welcome.
Just purchase Spotify.
I don't know how that works.
How about you, Mike? What plugs do you have?
Well, first and foremost, Shantytown Design, the company that I co-own with my wife. We are a marketing and design agency, so all of your marketing needs come to us. Shantytowndesign.com. This is the first time it's being announced anywhere besides my house. Is Spine's Literary Fair is going to be coming to Scranton in fall of 2025. Basically, think adult scholastic fair from elementary school days.
Like adult magazines?
Maybe.
I was trying to do a thing.
Maybe.
Sorry.
If more information is definitely to come, but Spine's Literary Fair, fall 2025.
Awesome.
Will you have Lamborghini posters?
Yes.
I'm in.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Lamborghini posters for sure. I'll have one.
Okay.
Hey, you also did our website for
yeah.
FREAKQUELSpodcast.com.
What's
Yes,
that?
That's
Yeah.
correct.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a website built by Shantytown Design.
Yeah,
so,
they did a great job.
There's merch on there. Go get it.
Yeah. And as far as the Spine Literary Fair, that's in fall 2025?
Fall 2025.
Okay, so you don't know if it's like October, November yet?
No, we haven't. We at this point we have not made a definitive decision on location, which is going to play a big part in date.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Awesome.
Coming
Right.
soon this fall.
that's right.
Me?
Yeah.
When he points at you, that's your cue to
means
go.
me. So I got some plugs to deliver to all of you out there. We got Ravenview Productions. It is a film production company and also the production company that brings you these episodes each and every week, every Wednesday.
Wait, I heard they're on YouTube. Is that a thing?
We're on the YouTubes now.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of cool.
You did it. You did
Yeah,
the
we
thing.
put them all on the YouTube. So if you want to listen to us more in a more convenient manner,
Yeah.
just pop on your YouTube. We're there.
Yeah.
We got Fourth Cut Reviews, Keyboard Warrior, Chris Conforti,
Oh, he goes by Churst.
Yeah, it's Churst.
Churston.
Yeah, Churst.
Not tin.
Conforti.
There's no tin.
Well,
Churst.
is it Churst and Churston?
No, it's Kristen, but she's Chris is going by Churst now.
Churst. Okay. So
Yeah.
Churst Conforti, our Keyboard Warrior pal. You can check him out at Fourth Cut Reviews, also on the YouTubes, the Facebooks, and wherever you see this shit. We got Variant Season, our pal Will Perna and his awesome band of musicians just crushing it with their musical projects.
Who's he playing with now? Isn't he playing with somebody we know?
We're going to get to him in just a moment. Patience, Padawan. We got Gravy Diggers Pot Pie. The body count is sky high. It almost kind of rhymes. Schwartz Dreamboat. Check him out. He's one of my favorite funny people on the planet. You can find him on like TikTok. Is that still alive?
Yeah.
It's alive.
So like YouTube.
It's illegal, but it's they're
Cool.
still doing it.
Yeah, some of that black market shit right there.
What's the Chinese one? RedTube or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, go to redtube.com for all your TikTok videos.
Check out his TikTok videos on YouPorn.
Wait a minute.
But like, yeah, so you can check him out. He's hilarious, and he's always posting videos, and they're worth your time. Real Chronicles, friend of the show, Dave Gonzalez. That's his podcast where he talks about movies in a manner that's actually like not terrible, like
Professional.
this show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we are trash, right?
100%.
Like we're like junk food, and they're like a well cooked meal. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
We're Gravy Diggers Popeye.
We're
And they're Wagyu
we're the
beef.
Forky of Toy Story 4.
Exactly. We're trash and we're okay with it. But yeah, you can follow Real Chronicles. You can find Dave at the Cinematic Reel, and you can find all of his awesome reviews on the Rotten Tomatoes. But most importantly, let's get past all that shit that I just
talk
said.
about cats again.
We're going to get into the Kitties of NEPA Pet Rescue, the only goddamn thing that matters on this list of plugs that I was forced to read at gunpoint. It's real cold outside, it's windy, and there's cats out there, and those cats need homes, and you're selfish and you have an empty home. So why don't you just start filling that fucking house with cats? And then you can have a bunch of furry guys just walking around looking at you.
Become a crazy cat person.
Be
Embrace
a crazy
it.
What other kind of crazy person do you want to be?
I get it.
Right?
If you're going to be a crazy person,
Be
a crazy cat person, top of the list.
Of all the
Got
crazy
it.
things that you could become, the crazy cat person seems like the cutest.
Like
I don't think that's true because they tend to smell like ammonia.
If
No.
you don't take care of your cats, that is your fate,
Yeah.
and that's on you.
Like
If
I'm
you're a crazy person, you're probably not taking care of your cats.
well, I'm a crazy person. My cats are treated like kings and queens.
right now. I'm collecting human heads. The smell is unbearable. Way
He
better.
has
Cats,
a
way
wonderful
better.
collection of heads.
Yes.
But yeah, check them out. There's actually a link to Kitties of NEPA Pet Rescue on FREAKQUELSPodcast.com. You can follow them and you can donate money. You can adopt some cats, and you can also take a cat home like I did. Miss Ella Cat. She got spooky eyes, and she just won an Oscar
Spoopy.
for her work in the movie Flow. Yeah. But that's all I got, EJ. Why don't you rush through these?
All right. Yeah. Guys, check out Adam Farley's music. If you want to see upcoming shows, just go to themdgcrew.com and you'll get all your info there and links to his music and all that. Also, check out Chris Alou's music on Spotify or iTunes. Songs from the Hallway is his EP. It's great. Definitely check that out. Check out Comics on the Green. Friend of the show, Becky, works there. She will hook you up with like some of the best stuff you could read.
I vouch for that as well.
Yeah,
Hell
she's
yeah.
the best. Then also, I gotta give a shout out to Jon Snow, New Metal Messiah.
Jon Snow.
And if you want to see our live kick-ass show and a beautiful man, you just go check them out. The Eastern Tribute Collective.com.
Calves for days.
Calves for days, man.
Erection for hours.
They also just have a
That's
new
the new
music
slogan.
video.
What?
That's their new slogan.
It is.
Yeah.
Calves for days elections.
Yeah.
Erections.
Hell yeah. New Metal Messiah.
That should be a band. Erection for hours.
Erection for hours.
Consult your doctor.
Yeah.
That's the EP.
And then, check out FreakQuELSPodcast.com. We also have an Instagram and Facebook if you guys are looking to see some pictures or links to our thing. We also have a YouTube, but on there we have merch. So, yeah, check out FreakQuELSPodcast.com. And a special thanks to young Vince for being here.
Happy to be back. It was a good. It
Yeah.
was a good movie.
Missed you,
it was a
man.
good movie to come back to. Yes.
Yeah.
And
Of
the
all
fact
the
that you
movies
brought
that- Yeah.
Mike Vinci, especially for me, because you knew I was going to be here. It wasn't planned that he was going to be here before me. You brought him as a special guest just for me. I appreciate that. We got all
Yeah,
this Three Jacks tax documentation squared away, so we're good.
absolutely.
I appreciate that also. It was good. It's good to be back.
Good.
I hope you pick another movie for me like this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And a special thanks to our other guest, Mike Vinci, the Vinch.
adorable.
Thank you so
Da
much for
Vinci.
coming on.
Oh, thank you. I love being here, so it's a good time.
Love you, man. We missed you. I feel like I haven't seen you in at least a month.
Stop
maybe.
touching
Yeah, it's
him.
been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I feel like I haven't seen you in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Oh yeah,
It's been a
actually,
while.
yeah, it might have been 2 weeks.
It's been a
Yeah. But guys, thank you for listening. We really appreciate you tuning in every week, whether it is on Applecast or Spotify or now YouTube. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in every single week. We love you guys. And with that being said, thank you for listening to
Happy St. Patrick's Day, motherfucker.
It's Great to Be Huge.